but he's going to go for round two. He's going to go for the knock, goes for the roll now, and he's spotted Serviel. Looks for the cliff, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down.
Forward, trying to get a better position using the smoke's advantage. Drives straight in.
Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Mortal alive. Poor Soul in a 1v1, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals. Today it's going to be day number 5. Tomorrow is going to be the last day of the semi-finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Ocean Sharma. And today on day number 5, we will see teams from Group A and Group C go head-to-head in 4 intense matches.
That means Aqua is there, Fyme is there, Bablu is there, obviously the big names will be out there, and can Bablu, because they are, if I'm not mistaken, they are in 15th spot right now.
Yeah.
Can they, or can they not just, hit that? Because they'll be having games like tomorrow as well. Not day after tomorrow, it's second last day today. They'll be having games tomorrow as well. We'll be having F2D, we'll be having NES, we'll be having TeamvfxOXY, all those teams. Let's just have a look where these teams are right now in the overall standings. Let's just see which team is topping the table, where they are going to be, where they are going to be with their charts. Envy, 196 points, 12 games played for that team right now. They are going to be out there. DFUZeOFficial is going to be on the 2nd, HFD on the 3rd, NortheSports on the 4th out there for now. Fyme on the 5th, Portal eSports on the 6th, Freestyle on the 7th, Team TF on the 8th position. Moving on for the next set of the teams out there. Arkadians on the 9th, H2E on the 10th, LOU on the 11th, HR on the 12th, 247 Gaming on the 13th, Team RNG on the 14th, Team Bablu on the 15th, and F2D eSports on the 16th. One thing is, for some of these teams, today will be the last day. For some teams, they need to prove themselves. Look at this, FTFxEsports, Team Aqua, DFUZeOFficial, R3D, Rogue Nation. Like some of the teams have played their 12 games. They'll be going for the 16 right now. Nexus Gaming Hub as well. They are on 17 to 24 points mark right now. So we'll have to see from here, where does the journey take their teams? Because some teams will be having just 4 games, some will be having 8, but those 4 games and they are done for good.
Yeah, exactly. 4 games, because 16 games in total for the semi-finals. But let's have a look at the point distribution system as well, using which these teams will qualify for the finals. And this is it on your screens right now. Placement points: first gives you 20, second gives you 14, third gives you 10, 4 to 10th position. There is a decrease in points going from 8 all the way to 2 points on the 10th position. 11 to 16 is going to give you 1 point for every single position that you have, and you get 1 point for every single kill.
Exactly. So after this, you see, 1 kill, 1 point, all those things are out there. So we'll have to look at the schedule as well, like what matches are going to be played today. Erangel, Sanhok, Vikendi, Erangel. So Vikendi is going to be a different one, because we had Miramar yesterday.
Yeah.
Now it will be Vikendi, and Vikendi goes for the slower start, slower games that are out there, and after this, it just changes everything with the pace of the game. So that's going to be like one of the things. And we know the maps, we know the points, we know the overall points. Let's have a look at the teams as well, like which teams are going to be playing out there. Aqua, Fyme, Arkadians, HFD, 2X, DFUZeOXY, NortheSports, and F2D eSports. So big names, incredible teams are going to be out there. LOU, Gaming Hub, HR, Rogue Nation, Nexus, R3D, 247 Gaming, and Team Bablu, obviously. The team that is at the second last can end up at the second position, or maybe at the first, because the team always goes for it, and when they go for it, they just take everything. They just give everything to the game, and it just looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks really amazing. But as we have been saying, Group A, the teams from Group A, they are going to be done with their matches for today. They are going to be hitting the 16 games played mark. So they need to make sure that they can get as many points as they can from the 4 games that they are going to play right now, as we start off with the first game in a few minutes. But what are your expectations? Are we finally going to see Bablu step up to the mark that they have set for themselves during the group stage? What do you think, Ocean?
I'm not gonna say anything. Whenever I say the name of a team, the team gets eliminated on the 16th position. So I'm not gonna say anything. But then we'll be having some expectations from some teams and some teams as well. And some teams will be doing some work out there.
Some things are gonna happen.
That's the only thing that I can say for now. But lovely ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the thing is that each and everyone will be ready. And all right, you updated the game, right?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, even I did. The game will be played not on the updated version. That's just one thing that that will be out there. But then okay, but then some of the things are there. So many new features for the second anniversary that you guys can see. A new gun has been introduced.
Yeah, the shotgun. So this guy told us about the shotgun like when we were doing the South Asia.
Yeah, DBS. It's out there now, and it's an incredible gun. Like you can use it it's an airdrop gun, and that's an important thing. But then for now, in these airdrops, you'll be getting AWM, AUG, all those guns, not the DBS, obviously.
And okay, so you've been happy. This guy has been happy since the morning, ever since he heard that the update was out. Do you want to tell us why?
Yeah, because why?
Hardcore mode is back.
All right. I thought you were thinking about something else, but then let's just get into the game and we'll be talking about the update. Actually, I was pretty busy about the game and pressurize myself about that. But then from George Pole to Milta Power, ladies and gentlemen, Pochinki School, Rozhok, Yasnaya, Shelter, Milta Farm, and Gatka area. Obviously, George Pole is going to be out there in the vicinity of the playing path. You want to go to Zaki? That's all yours. Sevani, it can be all yours. Lipovka as well. Nova Repnoy, yeah, you can glide to that area. But military base, it just can be a bit out of the bounds, if anything.
Yeah, it can seem a bit out of the bounds, and it can feel out of reality, out of in a totally different universe as well. But we have seen teams go to the Ferry Pier location as well, and look at this. The team that we always talk about, Team Bablu, this has to be their trajectory. They will get the first drop on towards the northern part of the city. But once again, Ocean, Tyrant is not landing with his team. Like, what is happening to these guys? Why do they go for the splits again and again? But I think, Bablu, if they are careful enough, if they are smart enough with their play style, with how they approach the game these times around, they can just go passive. They can just camp their way into the finals. But even that can be risky when the other teams are going to look to wipe you out, especially. So this is it. This is why I say that Hellraisers is one of the teams that can go toe-to-toe with Bablu. They have wiped them out once before, and they always land quite close to them. While Bablu lands on the northern Georgopol city, Hellraisers choose the Georgopol containers for themselves.
Exactly.
And it has happened multiple times where teams like ROG, teams like RNG, teams like Portal eSports have tried to contest them on those containers, but they have been wiped out. You know what happened to KPK Gaming during the group stage when they tried to contest Hellraisers? They were destroyed in a matter of minutes. What was it, like 3 minutes for the entire team to get taken out?
Exactly, and that was just like, the strategies that Hellraisers actually have. That's an incredible strategy. Out here in the area of Yasnapoli, and you can see Nexus going on head-to-head with Aqua. So 3 players actually have a 4-player gameplay from Aqua's side, and they play the game in an incredibly amazing way, if anything. Nexus Ang, Nexus Taha, Nexus Zulkar just out there, and Aqua's players as well, just sitting out in their areas, in their compounds, if anything. Nexus's players just trying to move away from one area to the other area, trying to see and spot if they can get a hold of good area and a good loot as well. As you can see, the players will be having AKM right now. They have pistols right now, sidearms as well. But then the major thing is they don't have helmet and vest. As you can see, Zulka is just moving in from one direction to the other direction. Will be picking up some first aids and all those things. Has spotted some of the players out there. Can be a good thing, can be a bad thing, just depends if he can, just make it to safety, a safer area. Spotted a level 1 vest as well for himself, but did not just take it for himself. Milta, the area that Fyme just keeps it for themselves in their bank. And let's see from here where Fyme is going to go out there. In the Water City area, the close to Water City, not the Water City, sorry, close to the shore area where 247 is right now. We'll have to...
Yeah, we will have to. That was a slight hiccup from my side.
Nope, not the slightest. That was a big hiccup. But 247 just moving in from one direction to the other, and they are fairly close to the circle right now. And all right, guys, just wish Warren get well soon out there in the comment section if you are, because see, But this guy is a really hard-working guy, and he's working hard like on camera and off camera as well, just to give you the best of the content out here. Next is on the screens, ladies and gentlemen, once again you can see Aqua out there. Aqua goes down as Hunk was actually, he catches the guy in mid-air. That was impressive out there. Impressive shots by the guy. And look at this, they are moving in forward as 2 players from Aqua have been taken down. One final player remaining. Will Hunk make it out for his team right now? Because I think they can easily go for it, because the revives are coming, and revives means that you can just charge in with your teammates in your hands. Aqua has been taken down. The players are moving in the open, and the AKM just going in. TBB taken up by the players out there. Pre-fires coming in. Aqua Hamza takes down one. The other one's going in. Aqua Hamza has been caught off guard. But can Aqua Hamza go for it? No, Aqua becomes the first team to get eliminated in the earliest of the stages.
Yeah, Aqua, their performance has not been that great so far. The days that they have been playing, they have been taking early exit. I think it was just one game wherein they made it past the 20-minute mark. Other than that, they have not been able to win these fights. And I think one of the reasons for that has to be that it is just 3 people in the squad. It is just 3 people who go in every time in the lobby, in the game, jump out of the plane and try and see if they can put up a decent performance for themselves. But as we know, it's always hard if you are outnumbered. But this time it was just 2 players from the side of Nexus who were required to make sure that Aqua are not going to be in this game any longer. But another thing that we have gotten used to seeing, it is going to be Arkadians in Pochinki City all alone.
In the area, yeah, exactly. They'll be just out there, just sitting out there, and we'll have to see what happens out in the fights and all the scenarios. In the school area, NES is going to be out just looting and all this. They're just going to be looking for the best of the loot they can find out in this area. Let's see. Let's hope if they just find out something out in this one. And after this, the rotations and all those things that are going to be commencing anytime sooner right now. TeamvfxOXY in the Stalber area. So Stalber's area is good for the initial loots, but then the rotations actually, you know, if you get caught off guard in the rotations, it becomes a bit difficult or something for the players to just move in, charge around, rush around into the other directions and all those things. Gaming Hub. All right, so this is an incredible team, but then can they? Because they have had their chicken dinner runs as well, but Gaming Hub, they are doing sort of mediocre performance sometimes, right, from here and there. And 247 is also out here on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Umi from 247. So 247, we'll have to see if 247 can have an impressive gameplay from their side as well, because everyone, you know, will be having their eyes on their favorite teams. For some, it's going to be TeamvfxOXY, for some it's going to be a 247, for some it's going to be a Bablu, obviously. So let's just see which team actually comes up on top.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see which team is it going to be, who will be taking the crown today, will be getting the most chicken dinners, and can someone actually go ahead and contest Envy? I think that also has to be a question, because Envy's performance in these semifinals has been mind-blowing so far. They've had an amazing run, and even in the group stages, okay, let's talk about this. Even in the group stages, Envy did have a decent performance. But this time, it looks like a totally different team, because every time you see Envy fight it out with, be it any squad, be it Bablu, be it Portal eSports, be it LOU, the team that's on our screens right now, they are not the same team that would just like try and delay the fight for as long as they can and try and wait for the other team to make mistake. This time, they are proactive. They go in first and ask questions later. They try and find an engagement. They don't just stand around anymore, and that is something I like. And another thing that I like is Syke said in a post on Instagram he was gonna go for the first position in the kill leaderboard, and the man has done what he said.
So I mean, it's like if he like it's a really good thing. Like, he is staying on what he says, and he's going for the good fights. HFD. So HFD also had a good chicken dinner run yesterday. Like, they had one game in which they got a chicken. So we'll have to see what HFD does today and how are their games gonna be changing the pace and all those things. HR Flama, HR Strenda, HR's players also moving in forward right now from the Pochinki area. Back end of Pochinki area, and just trying to rotate around all the areas. LOU eSports, they are trying to spot the players. They spotted Fyme Predator on the screens right now. Predator is just moving in from one direction to the other. Abud has that M4. He is looking really good for the fights in all scenarios, and I think Predator was out there, and yes, the shots are being taken on that guy, but he will be making it out to the safer area, to the safer location if anything. And after this, let's see what's gonna happen, because from on the other side also, Fyme Predator, he can be caught off guard as he is going solo with a bike only. And the first airdrop on the back end of Yasna Poliana, it's going to be having an M249. So let's just see which player actually gets their hands full with this beast of a gun.
Yeah, we have to see which player is going to get his hands on this gun, and is it going to be put to use as well? That has to be the question as well. Because earlier when you and I were casting a different region, Wildcard, we did see the M249 in action, but it wasn't able to pull anything. It wasn't able to pull off the kind of plays that you expect. We have almost seen a 1 versus 4 in the group stages as well with the gun. Because like the rate of fire is incredible. You have 100 bullets, so you can basically just press the fire button and try and land the spray.
Exactly. Like it's like we've seen 1v3s, 1v4s, and all those scenarios just happening with that M249 and all those scenarios, all those things that just keep on happening out there. And look at this LOU just moving in from one area to the other area. Fyme to Fyme Predator just still out there in this house, and we'll have to see. Like Predator was on the bike previously, now he's on the other area. 2x going for the fight. Major Whitey takes down 2 players, 3 players in just one spray, as you can see. And 2x tries goes in for the fight now, but now the thing is going to be that will HR survive this one? Because HR Hellraisers, they have had a good run previously, but now the players are being lost. So it's going to be just 1 player left from Hellraiser's side, while on the other hand 2x, they took an incredible fight right now. They just wiped out 3 players, and 2 of them just went out in just 1 single spray. That was more than impressive. And HFD is moving in right in front of the hands of Arkadians. As you can see, Arkadians is also right in front of that area. Cronus can actually just spot out the players of Arkadians, but I don't think so that the fights are going to happen, if anything, because they will be having a risk for themselves. Cronus has spotted some of the players. He's going for the sprays, but so far no damage was done. On the other side, on the left-hand side, I could see some of the players of Arkadians was taking damage. Yes, Ash has been taken out there, and Major Whitey with just 1 more shot can just confirm the kill. And Leon also goes down. TeamvfxOXY also goes down out there, and Arkadians becomes the first team to this becomes the second team to get eliminated out in this one.
Yeah, the second team, Arkadians, something that you did not expect, because Arkadians also a good performing team, but look at this, HFD with that fight have sort of given away the information as to where they are, their location, over to the side of TeamvfxOXY and Major. He has a DMR in his hand and can spot out the players, but does he have a scope on him? Because at that distance, I think a 3x or a 4x is going to be required. 2x is not going to do much for you, so at least a 3-time scope is going to be required by the lad to actually make something happen and land one of at least I don't know, one in every 5 shots that he fires.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever, like, it's all about the shooting accuracy and all those scenarios that just are out there. And look at this. This is for the first time seeing some squads or any squad out here just going in the ridge area for the fights. I've seen these things happening we have seen this scenario in South Asia and India. Like players take advantage of this ridge and all those areas where they can find the open areas, fights and all those things. And HRD doing this, it's a really commendable thing by this team, to be honest. And the second airdrop, ladies and gentlemen, has an MK14. It is going to be coming to the ground area out here alongside the farm area. So let's see which team actually gets a hold of this gun, because this gun with extended mag, it can do a lot of damage in the final circles and can be used as a DMR as well. So we'll see what teams actually go with their strategies out in this one. But for now, 2x is one of the teams that is looking really, really, really good. But now, just as I said, HFD but subs K9 says, wait for me. And he just pops 1 player from 2x's side and knocks him down.
Yeah, the knock is going to come in, but can the finish also happen? I think that is going to be the question. But on the other side, look at this. This could be an interesting situation, because a couple of seconds earlier, we did see HFD. They were spotted out by the players from side of 2xOFficial, and now Bablu is closing in on the distance as well. If they get sandwiched out in the open, there is just the small ditch in there, in the ground. That's all the cover that they have. If they get sandwiched, I think they are going to be dead. And look at this. Buttsab, as he tries to go for the K9 shot, he gets shot instead.
Yeah, because now the opponents actually know that from where K9 is coming. But just like you said, Bablu is coming out there. Bablu is going to be at the back, and Bablu will be ready for a fight. And 2x mod goes down as Buttsab's K9 gives the answer. The K9 drops the second head out in this one. That just looks really, really impressive by this guy. The guy's performance with the Car 98 is more than impressive, if anything. We'll have to see, can he just pop the players out once more. He has a UMP and a K9. That's a different combination out here. Will be used using some of the energy drinks, like the one that he has, if he wants to go for it. But other than that, I think he is much more destined to take up a fight right now. Bubble Tide moving in from one direction. HFD and to them spot the players. But 2x, they are going in for the fights once again. 2x is ready for the fights. 2x is taking all the fights. But as of now, the players will try and move to a safer location. But I think HFD, the good days will be over as Pablo is moving and charging in for the fights. The car chase coming into the equation right now as Pablo is looking more than ready to take anything on their hands right now.
Yeah, they are looking ready, and after their recent performances, I think they have to be careful. They do not need to be aggressive in this one, because right now, as we talked about this yesterday as well, but we'll talk about that later, as 247 Punjabi is going to be in trouble as R3D actually get the collapse, get the surprise attack on them. And look at this, HFD, they parked all 3 cars inside the house, and R3D Anubis with 1 nade is going to drop down the players of 247 Gaming. That's just going to be so unfortunate for the team. They are going to be in so much trouble now. But next is they go up against the side of NortheSports. I want to see where are the other remaining players from the side of 247 Gaming. They are present in the farm location. If we have the minimap on our screens, you will be able to see as well. 2 players, they were split in a 2-2 formation. The players from the side of 247. So 2 went up against R3D and 2 are heading towards the area of Bablu. So this is going to be quite unfortunate for the side.
Exactly. There's going to be like something out here, and the scenarios are going to be just sitting. Like the players can just sit out there, just wait for a while, and all those things are going to be happening out in this one. 2x mod goes down. So 2x is they are not being cornered, but still being cornered out there. I mean, they have a good house area for them to rotate from one place to the other, but still the fights that they are trying to take are not coming in their favor. So they maybe need to leave that house as fast as they can. As you can see, the circle is out here. Circle leaves the circle. The circle leaves the area, obviously. Then the circle is going to the other direction, the shelter prison area. So now it's going to be a hard time. It's going to be one thing that they need to go away. Next is Hung with his Scar 98. Drops down one player, but he gets shot at on the other direction as well. His helmet is about to be taken down, and Taha as well does not have a helmet. The Wolf Head, can he do the damage out there, or will he just try and move away from this area is going to be one of the questions. The third airdrop another time has an MK with a suppressor sniper as well for itself. MK14 in 2 airdrops and AUG in 1, M249 in 1. We'll have to see what happens out in the fights, if the fights just keep on going. Painkillers are being taken by Taha out here, boosting his booster health to 100%. They'll be going for a longer rotation by the edge of the blue zone, just so that they can get a safer area inside the white circle for the next fights to happen. Fyme Predator is just sitting out here, as you can see, just looking to take up a good fight for themselves. Bablu, on the other hand, Tyrant is on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. He is also just trying to move in from one area to the other areas, Janian, because you will be waiting for him to make a safer rotation inside the circle.
Yeah, the safer rotation is going to be required, but Fyme, as they engage in on the players from the side of HFD, and Moto is just standing, coming in front of Predator again and again, and I don't know why I find that hilarious for some reason. But look at this, the player from the side of Hellraiser, Somi, is just going to be right behind the sort of entrance to the tunnel that HFD are using for cover right now. So Somi needs to be really careful, but Bablu, they spotted the players from the side of Fyme, and the window shots coming in from Ghost, Mini 14, can they dish out the damage enough to knock down anyone? In the distance, you do see a car pass by, but ROG, the Doc, is going to go in on the players from the side of NortheSports, and the knocks are going to come in, the finishes are going to come in as well, as the players did charge in blind, and that was quite an unfortunate situation. But on the other side, Ghost with the Scar L, the second weapon, has a Mini 14, has a Scar L. You was using the Mini 14 to fire on Fyme, turns around, uses the Scar L on the other players of R3D that were coming in from behind, and it's Ghost and Pikachu. They are holding their ground. They are fighting this entire team. The knocks came in, the finishes are going to be confirmed as well, and Bablu once again hiding in that watchtower is wreaking havoc in all 4 directions.
Obviously, that's how this team plays. That's how this team actually goes for the fights, and that's all this team is known for. They have 1 kill right now, but obviously we know that they can increase the number. 247 Najib takes down 2x Moth out there, so that can be a bad scenario. And 247's players, they are snaking out in this area while Najib is trying to move in forward. Now he is going to be snaking. Now he moves in forward. Now snakes once again. Now NortheSports gets eliminated on the 14th spot, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, 2x Moth needs a revive, and the smokes are going to be coming in. The smokes, the grenades, the throwables, everything. Look at one side, the grenades, the other side, the smokes. smokes, everything is just coming and dropping in. But I don't think so. Moth will be safe, and the smokes will be in vain right now, ladies and gentlemen. And the smokes are more and more amount of smokes are being popped up right now. So 2x can be in a bit of trouble. I mean, they have numbers game, they have the players advantage out there. Still, they lost one player, 3 are surviving out, and there's a 2v3 situation. But for now, if anything, I think 247 will be looking really good. As Numi is trying to spot the players, take them out through the smoke, but still no shot gets connected out in this one. He'll, if anything, they can try and go for it once again. But for now, I don't think so. They are going to be looking forward for that thing. Just trying to snake inside this area, and 2xvirus as well. Just still trying to take down the players and spot the players if they can. For now, and the circle is showing a rightward shift right now. F2D is really close to the circle's area. R3 Walker takes on Fyme Moto, so Fyme can be in a bit of trouble. But then they are inside a house. The thing is, they need to pull off a revive as soon as they can, and just, you know, move into the circle as soon as they can, because that's going to be that should be the top priority right now.
Yeah, that has to be the top priority. And Fyme and R3D. Okay, I want to talk about R3D. Since R3D already lost 2 members of their team when they were taken out by Bablu, they need to be careful. They do not need to engage in this fight. I think, as you said, getting away is going to be a better priority, and that is obviously going to be a better decision, as the circle is going to form around the shelter area. But Anubis from the side of R3D is actually engaging in the fight, and Bablu, they find out the players from the side of LOU eSports, and Razor is going to be dropped down as Ghost climbing up this mountain is gonna have to be careful now, because this is going to be an open area fight, and if Ghost is spotted out, he does not even have any trees around him close by that he can get some cover. And 2xOFficial, they are on the backlines as well, so they can catch Bablu off guard as well. Bablu is in a really tight situation right now, and they need to make every single move. They need to think about every single move that they make really carefully. Danny right now engaging on the other side with the players from the side of GH. How does this team do it? A more important question is going to be, why does this team do it? Tyrant has already been finished off.
Yeah.
They are fighting 4 different teams in the open again. At least the last time they had a tower for cover.
The IGL has been finished up out in that one. Fyme Predator goes down as Gaming Up's Adil was taking up the fights. R3D's Anubis is on a killing domination right now. Bablu left with 3 players. And Danny, the entry fragger, is still out there. 2x Major Whitey goes down as LOU Phobia is looking ready for a fight. Nightmare takes on TeamvfxOXY, and look at this out here. HFT's players are also going down as the player will be finished off by R3D as well. Fyme Sneak takes on HFT's Burhan. Out there Ghost takes down 247 Najib, and Najib will be finished off by LOU Ghost in the matter of seconds. HFT butts up with a grenade, throwing up a grenade out there. If the grenade hits someone, it's going to be wreaking havoc out there. But so far, I don't think so. It does not do any damage now, but Chubb would like to move in. If anything, Bablu is at the edge of the circle, the next circle that it is, the 5th circle out there. Fyme Moto throwing all the grenades. Look at this. Walker has been spotted. Walker 1 shot, 2 shots on Walker, and Bablu goes, misses his mark for now. The Bablu team has 2 kills for now as Virus also goes down. Bablu with 3 players surviving. 247 Gaming marks the exit on the 12th position. 34 players alive, 11 teams surviving, and Bablu is trying to pop much more heads out. As you can see, they spot R3D's players. They are trying to take them down, almost taking down the players, but for now I think the players will be making their way to the safety.
Yeah, the players will be making their way to safety, and they have to do that. But on the other side, once again, rotating out in this open area is going to be pretty difficult. And Fyme Moto is going to drop bodies left and right, as the players from the side of HFD were in a tough situation. And with that, they are going to be wiped out as well. But can Fyme go for the chicken dinner on this one, as 2 of the players have already been taken down? Predator, the man who was responsible for those highlight reel plays, was taken down as well. And Pikachu on the other side does spot out a couple of players from the side of 2xOFficial, and the kills are going to be confirmed as Major is going to be finished off. And Pikachu with that is going to be on a domination, finishing his 3 kills confirmed mark. And the team of Bablu has 3 kills right now, so Pikachu needs to make sure that he is being safe, as he is performing really well. And in this game, his form is what matters for his entire team, because one guy who is getting all the momentum, if he dies, that sort of breaks your team's flow.
That breaks everything for the team.
Yeah.
That breaks everything for the players' mentality as well. Because if they were trying to go for the super aggressive mode, they'll be just changing everything. And ROG's the dog, he's taking the zone damage out on himself. KMD from Gaming Up. Alright, so Gaming Up has all the players surviving. They have 3 kills for themselves. Nexus as well. All the players surviving has 4 kills for themselves. PMCO, F2D eSports with all the players surviving. And GH can be in a bit of trouble now, as Gaming Up 1 player needs a revive. Bablu Dani goes down. Just like you said, 2x Sergeant just taking out that player easily out there. Now he needs a revive. Will he be getting a revive? That's going to be one of the questions out here. Or else they can just go down. Pikachu is going in and Dani will be finished off out there by 2x Sergeant, confirming his kill. 2x Sergeant will be on a domination from Team 2xOfficial, as this team has 5 kills for themselves. Bablu Pikachu just sitting out there with Bablu Ghost. Can this team pull off a miracle, as they actually need a miracle right now? They need it for themselves. They need it for the team. What's going to happen out with the players is going to be one of the big questions. Shelter is the area where the circle will be leaving anytime soon right now. After the enemies goes down, as Adil will be on a domination. Sergeant was going to go to this for the zone. Now he marks it. Now he charges in. Oxy, Reaper goes down as Titanium just takes out a fight, gets shot in from behind, and will be taken on as the team marks their exit. R3D also as they exit this one on the 9th position, and Gaming Up players will be in a bit of trouble. Rogue Nation marks the exit on the 10th and R3D on the 9th, and Gaming Up will be in a bit of trouble right now. Bablu Ghost still trying to spot the players, and can they or cannot just change the pace of the game for themselves? LOU's Abud taking down the players. Bablu Ghost being shotted from the right hand side by LOU's Ghost. Ghost versus Ghost. This was a fight that was happening out, and now he'll have to smoke in from one direction and will have to pop the players on the other direction.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be required. And now 2xOfficial, even they are going to be in trouble. LOU eSports, this team has been doing really well. The performance was consistent during the group stages, but now in the semi-finals, even they have been a little bit shaky. But now this is going to be an open area fight, as we have been saying, and this match could come to an end at any given point, as 7 teams are remaining and 17 players are alive. Pikachu is going to rob Ghost out of this game, and that is just going to mean that LOU eSports now know where the players from the side of Bablu are. They are right on the edge of the circle, right close to the blue zone, and Pikachu is going to drop another one, as Phobia is going to be dropped as well. That's just going to leave Abud, the only man left standing. Pikachu once again gets back up on his feet, uses the Scarrel to go for the blind spray in the smoke, but Sergeant with that smoke can actually dish out a lot of damage to the other guys, and TeamvfxOXY is going to drop one of the players from the side of Nexus.
Oh, look at this. This grenade can just do damage out there, but so far actually misses its mark. TeamvfxOXY goes down. Bablu goes moving and charging inside the smoke right now. Misses all the players. That can actually be a bad thing, but on the other hand, 24 bullets for this guy. He actually takes down the squad on his own. That was amazing, as Bablu goes for it and LOU eSport gets eliminated out in this one. That was more than impressive by this guy.
Yeah, a lot amazing performance, but FTD Talal can actually drop down the player. Pikachu just charged in from the vehicle, got out and still managed to come out on top, but Umair is right behind. He's going to get the finish on Pikachu, and that's just going to mean Bablu is going to be left with one player in there. In the meanwhile, 2xOfficial, they are going to take an exit, and we are down to the top 4 teams in this game. F2D eSports is going to be there. Bablu is going to be there as well, and Nexus is going to be there as well, but the players are not doing so great, as Zulkar is going to be the only man left standing. Wolf and Taha, they have been taken down, and this is going to be a tough situation. TeamvfxOXY, I think, is in the perfect position to get the chicken dinner for themselves, but Mafia from the side of F2D eSports is going to get a drop, and Mafia and Umair, they are split up. Ghost hiding in the smoke right on the edge of the blue zone is going to have to close in as the circle comes in right now, and Mafia is going to be taking a damage. He's going to get knocked down. VFX Blade, Rage, these 2 players are pretty healthy, and unless the players from the side of Nexus and Bablu Ghost, unless both these teams actually collapse on them together, VFX, I think, is going to get the chicken dinner in this game.
Whose game will it be, as F2D eSports, Nexus team, TeamvfxOXY as Team Bablu are surviving out here? Look at this. Zulka moving in forward, takes down one for his back, and will be taking on the second as well. Bablu Ghost actually steals the kill right in front of him, right in front of Zulka, and the revive, no revive is going to come in right now. So this game is out here, as you can see. VFX with 2 players, 2 versus 1 scenario, ladies and gentlemen. 4 teams surviving, but out here the numbers advantage is in the hands of TeamvfxOXY. Can they have another chicken dinner? Will this be the comeback game for Bablu, as Ghost is surviving out there? Blade Oxy with that grenade can just take Ghost down inside that smoke area. The grenade will fall short right now, Blade, but he has information that there is a smoke cloud on one side. That means there will be a player on that side. Bablu Ghost should not be making a move right now. 3 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more seconds, and now the zone comes in. They spot one player, Rage Oxy. One more shot if comes to him. That will be the end game, and yes, it will be, as Zulka takes down one player. Now it will be 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1. Each and every player solo. A squad game just turned into solo. FTD Umer on low HP takes down. Has been taken as Bablu Ghost will be out there. And this is a 1 versus 1, ladies and gentlemen. Bablu Ghost out there with Nexus. Bablu and Nexus. Which team is gonna win out this one? As Ghost is on the domination. You guys know it. If it's Bablu, it should be Bablu. Or otherwise, Nexus can just steal the kill from, steal the chicken dinner from this team right now. What's gonna happen as each and every team, each and every player going for the throwable game out there?
The nades being thrown actually gave away the information as to where Zulkar exactly is, and he still does not know that Ghost has moved. He still thinks that Ghost is inside the smoke. Bablu Ghost, he's going to heal up and he's going to come back in. I think he is going to get this chicken dinner for himself if Zulkar keeps looking in the direction of the smoke. The players are going to get the boost going, and Ghost is barely inside the zone. The damage was not given, and now he's slowly and steadily crawling his way towards it. Zulkar still staring towards the smoke. This is going to be what is going to happen. Zulkar, you need to look around. You can't stay focused in just one direction. And now he finally looks in the direction of where the sounds were coming from. And oh, again, the smoke, his attention is split. He needs to look around. He needs to be aware of his surrounding and keep on moving. But Ghost, once again, the heals are going to come in. And who is going to get this one?
Final circle, ladies and gentlemen. The 9th circle is closing, and this is going to be the circle of death. As after this is the heal battle circle out there. 35 bullets. Indeed, Uzi obviously can change the game, can change the pace of the game, can actually give Zulkar the chicken dinner. Ghost is out there. No one has spotted no one right now. Now, they still need to spot the players. Can Ghost see on his left, or will Zulkar backstab Ghost out there? Because Zulkar is going for it. Spots the player, almost taking Ghost down. He knows the location. Zulkar just stands up, stands on forward. Ghost knows the location now. He has left his backpack right now, but is low on his health. Can he clutch this one, or will the 100 HP guy just take it? He's shooting in the wrong direction out in this one. Zulkar should not be in the wrong direction. Ghost has been spotted out there, but look at this. Zulkar almost takes the damage, and Bablu actually wins this one. Bablu takes the chicken dinner. Oh my god.
That was just a misplay. That was just a misplay from the side of Zulkar. Why did he get up? Like, why did you get up over there? This could have been your game. Ghost was so low. I think he's going to be happy about the fact that he got the chicken in, and the man just clutched it out in a beautiful manner for his team. Wow. Patience. That's why you say patience actually pays off.
He was literally the Ghost. Like, Zulkar stands up, and he cannot see him. But the work was done by Pikachu, the guy out there. 6 kills, 875 damage, 24 minutes of survival time, and 10 kilometers of distance covered by this guy. I mean, this was more than just an impressive fight. This was the best fight.
So, yes, everyone who's watching right now, hashtag Bablu is back, baby.
So they need to write baby as well?
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag Bablu is back, baby. You can just write it out there. And
but the performance from a lot of other teams was really amazing as well. We saw the way Nexus played. Fyme was having an amazing day so far. Like, their standing wasn't good, but at least the fights were going out in their favor. The way where teams lagged was in the fact that no one expected, after the kind of last few days that Bablu has had, no one expected like them to come charging in towards every single direction, and this is the classic Bablu playstyle that you see. So top 5 players, Pikachu 6 kills. The team in total had 10 kills, okay? Pikachu has 6, Ghost has 4. 6 plus 4, that's 10 kills. Right there on the top 5 players.
That's just all out there. And then Zulkar, obviously, the guy that was remaining out there, he's going to be making his name out. And the best 2xAjit also. So the thing that I liked about it is, it was 4 people alive, 4 teams alive. It was a solo gameplay going on in the final circle, one from each team. From Nexus, it was a solo person. Bablu, it was a solo person. VFX, it was a solo person. And F2D, it was solo person. 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1. If anyone goes down, there are no comebacks. It's just end game for that person, because if they go down, no revives, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. No, if they go down, there aren't going to be any revives coming in, and those last few actions. I actually did not think Bablu was going to win this one. I thought TeamvfxOXY was going to be the team that is going to come out on top, just because their players was in a really good position right on the edge of the blue zone, and the position that they were in, they could have actually taken fights from all these teams. And the thing that I said, if both the teams collapsed on TeamvfxOXY together, that is exactly what happened. The distraction was there, and that's how they were taken out. But
let's
in the
just
end,
have a
it was
look
an amazing
at
game.
this game standings, and let's see where each and every team is gonna be out in this one because Team Bubble 10 kills, not 11 this time, but 10 kills, have 30 points for themselves. First position. Next is Team 21. Second, we have DFUZeOXY on the third, F2D on the fourth, 2xOfficial on the fifth, Fyme on the sixth, Gaming Up on the seventh, LOU eSports will be out there on the 8th position for themselves. Rogue Nation is going to be out there on the 9th, R3D on the 10th, HFD on the 11th, 247 Gaming on the 12th, HR on the 13th, NortheSports on the 14th, Arkadians on the 15th, and Team Aqua will be ending this one on the 16th position. So just 1 point for themselves. So HR, NortheSports, Arkadians, and Aqua, they had a bad game, if anything, for themselves.
Yeah, they had a bad day, but once again, moving forward, this is just the first game. We still have 3 more games to go, and anything can happen. Anything can go wrong. Anything can go right as well if you can't stop trying. Yeah.
I want to see what sort of jump it gives Bablu in the overall.
Exactly, because they needed this game because they were sitting at the 15th position.
Let's just have a look at the overall standings right now and see where the Team Bablu will be out there. Not in the top 8 for now, but then obviously we have 3 more games for themselves, and they'll be having 7 more games.
Look at this. Fyme is still climbing, and if Fyme has an amazing day today, they are going to be sitting at the first position.
Yeah, that can be one of the things. I mean, they'll be needing chicken dinners obviously for that thing with good amount of kills. But then Team Envy obviously going to be sitting out there. PMCO out there. Fyme, they have just 3 more games, and if they end on the first position, that's going to be just more than impressive. HFD on the 4th, NortheSports on the 5th, Portal on the 6th, Freestyle on the 7th, and Team TUF will be out there on the 8th position. Arkadians is out there, and from 15th to 10th, that is where Team Bablu is gonna be. 1 more good game and they'll be in the top 8 if you just go by the numbers. So let's see where Team Bablu actually goes after this one. LOU on the 10th, on the 11th, H2E on the 12th, Next is on the 13th, F2D on the 14th, 247 on the 15th, and HR is gonna be out there on the 16th position. But out here, Team Aqua is and 2xOfficial. These are the 2 teams.
Yeah.
If they don't perform good, they just have 3 more games.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, just 3 more games, and that is going to be it. It's going to mean that their journey is just going to be to the semifinals. They are not going to be moving on towards the finals. So that is going to be quite upsetting for those guys. And on the other side, that, as I was saying, that was just the first game. Can the team step up? Is Fyme actually going to take Envy's first position for themselves? But we still have 3 more games to go. The second one on Sanhok is going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma. Today is day number 5. That means teams from Group A and C are playing together. And now it's time for Group match number 2. Sorry for the brain lag there.
I mean, he might be lagging, but there are teams that are not lagging because Pablo is
back, baby.
Exactly. They have had an impressive chicken dinner in the first game. Let's see how it just how they continue their run and all, because the next match is gonna be the Sanhok one, the snake one, the snaky bitey one, and obviously let's see if they continue their run or not.
Yeah, let's see if they can continue their run or not. Or are teams like Nexus, a team that had an amazing performance in the last game, can they finally make the push to the chicken dinner? Because even Nexus, like, okay, they did wipe out the 3-man squad, but they did it with just 2 people in there. And 2 versus 3 situation, that is not an easy one, but they still somehow managed to come out on top and did survive to the last stages of the game. Slight misplay, a little bit of a hiccup over there, could not get the chicken dinner, but still, the performance was amazing nonetheless from the side of Nexus. And
exactly.
We will be keeping an eye on these teams. You guys should too, because this is the semifinals. These teams made their way fighting through 1,000 different squads, multiple number of matches, made into the top 32, then made it into the semifinals where the top 24 teams are playing, and from here on out you need to move on to the finals. But with that being said, the game is going to be on your screens right now, and here it is, the map of Sanhok, as the trajectory is going to start from the Nakham area and head towards the Hathin.
Exactly, that means Sami, Ruins, Camp Alpha, those areas will be out there, Boot Camp, Painan, obviously. So let's see where the teams actually go, where the players actually land for now. Estatmo, Khao, Paradise Resort, good areas will be out there for the grabs and all those things. Bantai, Camp Shali, those areas as well. Docks as well, Kampong, if you want to go there, you can. It's going to just take a while. And we'll see where the circle actually goes as the players have landed. They are ready for the fights. As you can see, Bablu's players on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Just ready for it, just ready for the fights, and the circle is favoring them.
Yeah, the circle is going to be favoring them, but look at this. So when we were casting for a different region, Ocean, no one went to Camp Alpha, and this time TeamvfxOXY have decided, all right, this is a safe location, we'll just take Camp Alpha for ourselves. But the circle is going to be centered towards the southern main island, and the Ruins is going to be there as well. Camp Charlie is going to be there, Camp Bravo, Paradise Resort, Boot Camp. They are all going to be those safe, high priority locations that are going to be there. But Bablu once again going towards the Painan city for themselves, and they are going to be uncontested over there. But VFxOXY, this time, this could be tricky. 2 people. So we have seen this as well. They have 2 people landing outside of boot camp towards those triple warehouses, and then 2 people are sort of in the middle of Paradise Resort and boot camp. So this can be tricky because those are high priority locations, but if they make it work, this is going to be really good for them. Nexus is there right in the middle of boot camp. They have landed, separated. But on the other side, 247 going up against Aqua. And this is going to be an interesting situation as Aqua is being taken down one by one. And I think once again, Aqua is going to be the first team to be eliminated on the 16th position as 247 just have an easy fight for themselves.
All right, so Aqua, now it's official that they are having a bad day. 2 games and the earliest of the vibes that just happened for the team right now. 247, they'll be good with the kills. And look at this, R3D's players going in on the fight. And R3 Joker just on 1 HP, still surviving the fight right now. Does not have a vest, and obviously has a... he can boost his health to 100% right now because he has a first aid. Obviously, will be applying that after that. The painkiller can actually just take him to 100% health right now. Let's just see what happens out in the fights later on. And look at this, Eja Somi still trying to spot the player QBU. No scope, but then that's not going to be stopping this guy from actually, pressurizing the team right now. Does not have any other thing, neither the boosts, nor the bandages, nor the med kits, and not even helmet and vest, all those things. So HR trying to just goes on. The kill has been confirmed out there. So HR, they will be 1-man shot when they'll be taking the fight right now. 3 plus minutes into the game, and the circle will be coming in, and in another under 3 minutes time.
Yeah.
So let's see where the circle actually goes.
Yeah, we have to see where the next circle is going to be and how these teams are going to look to rotate in there. But for now, R3D, they are going to be in a comfortable position as the Huts have been taken control of. But we have seen this as well. So early engagements are happening in this game of Sanhok, and that is going to slow down as we move on to the later stages of the game just because of how the circle is. But if once again the circle falls in a really very weird situation like a paradise a resort sort of an area or moves towards a boot camp area, then the aggression is just going to go up, because those it is always this trend in this map, as in a high priority location is going to be surrounded by like a 500 or 600 meter of open area.
Yeah.
And that results in teams making mistakes while rotating in there or rotating out of there, which results in them being taken out early. So the teams are going to be careful, but since it is open land, it's going to be pretty easy to spot out your opponents. It's going to be pretty easy to take them out as well.
It's going to be easier for the rotations as well. And once if you have to flank on your opponents and all those things can be done as well out there. So the cave area, previously cave area used to be one of the most overpowered areas, and the fact that you could just, you had a lot of entry points and exit points to actually, to pressurize your opponents and all those scenarios. So that's going to be just one of the things that just happens out in that one. Look at this, Kampong, Docks, those areas are left empty right now. Boot camp as well left empty as of now. We'll have to see what happens out when the fights are going to be happening out in those areas or something. If the circle just goes for a slower shift on those sides. And 2x is on the Camp Alpha Island right now and will be trying to move in from that area. Hatin is totally empty. Fyme has to come to the southern side, if anything. And Nexus, once again, Nexus is moving in. Wolf will be taken down almost just surviving on 1 HP, if anything. And Teen Wolf as well, just out here trying to move in from one direction to the other direction as Nexus is ready to take up the fight in their hands.
Yeah, Nexus once again trying to keep the momentum from the last game going in this one as well, but the squad in front of them, that's not going to be an easy one to fight. It's going to be TeamvfxOXY. 2 players from the squad. The other 2 players are coming in for the support of their teammates. But now this is going to make things a lot interesting. Once again, Ocean, the tease is going to be there as the Groza comes in with the suppressor for the snipers.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's all about the fact that, you can't get the full things out of one thing. Sometimes it happens, like that's once in a blue moon. But look at this, HFT taking a fight against HR. The previous game's rivalry is coming to this game as well right now. As Flama and Adnana in one area, Somi on the other, and the HR has already lost one of the players. So this is going to be a 3 versus 4 fight. Cronus wants to move in, wants to charge in, will be staying back quite a while. And Flama goes down, H by HFT what's out. This actually gives them information. They are moving in. Adnan is sitting out there. Spots one, but he also goes down. Somi will be the lone survivor from HR right now, and he has got the information and the fact that he will be rushing back away from this fight right now. Might just stay here for a while, but will that be enough? That's going to be one of the things. And Nexus Wolf taking Teen Wolf in his eyes right now, on his eyesight, on his crosshair, if anything, just trying to take all the fights. So Sanhok as well, like, so many fights happening in the areas of Sanhok in the early stages. Like, no one expected that, but still, these are happening for a reason, and that is that you need to stay in the top 16 right now.
Yeah, these are going to be the reasons that you need to stay in the top 16, and you need to make sure that every single game you make has an impact on your performances, your standings. But Gaming Hub Adil, with that M16 in his hand, is going to make sure that LOU eSports are not going to be complete in this game going on forward. He's going to drop down the players, but Nexus still at a standstill, still at a Mexican standoff with the squad of TeamvfxOXY, but they are going to be engaged upon from the other side as well. And as Fyme, they charge in on the players of Arkadians. Arkadians are going to drop one of the players from the side of Fyme, but Arkadians are going to be in trouble as well, as TeamvfxOXY took down one of their guys. So this is what I was talking about. Out in the open, you can be engaged upon from every single direction as well, and you need to be careful about the fact as to where you position, how you are taking fights, and how many squads are you fighting. Arkadians, the best decision for them right now is just going to be to get away, because this is going to be a situation that I don't think anyone can deal with.
Exactly. Like the situation out here, obviously, it's going to be a difficult one, if anything. And look at that. The Fyme squad is in danger as Gaming Hub. They are going to be having kills for themselves. 2 players lost from Fyme already. Moru will be out there, Predator as well. But other than that, they have lost Sneak and Khan out in their areas. HR gets eliminated as Somi was a lone survivor, and now not anymore, as a player will be taken down. Now the thing is, we will have to see what happens in the later stages of the fights right now. Boot camp area will be left outside the circle. 8 minutes, 22 seconds into the zone, ladies and gentlemen, into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Now GHKMD is trying to spot down the players with the K9 as well for himself and trying to take the heads out. Now Gaming Hub has 3 kills already. Can they increase the number? That's going to be like one of the questions out in this one.
Yeah, that's going to be the question of every single team. But I think another question they are going to be asking is how do we get the chicken in this one? As 14 teams are alive, and we are about to transition from the early game stage to the mid games, and that is when you need to start being safe. Early game engagements, yeah, you can try and risk it out in the fact that the other teams might not have the weapons, they might not have the heals, they might not have the scopes or something, but mid game is when you need to be careful. And talking about be careful, one gun you need to be careful from, it's going to be the M249.
Yeah,
it's coming.
obviously. Yeah. The gun that we call it the demon gun now. We don't call it the M249 because, you know, the amount of damage that the gun actually creates, it's a lot, if anything. R3D, on the other hand, as you can see, is really close to LOU. And LOU, we can all just see 3 players out from LOU's side. So is it just 3 players out here, or will the other players just try and go for the fight? Something we'll have to see what happens, as R3D will be ready to take every engagement on themselves. Fyme, on the other hand, once again back to 2-player strategy. Obviously, because they lost their 2 players just now by the hands of Gaming Hub. So the thing about these fights is that they are still in the open. They have a house right in front of them, but then they are not choosing to go in those houses. I mean, houses can be a good thing. Now Predator is going for the house area, and obviously that will be a much better thing, because what happens is, like, you can just stay there, you can just throw grenades and smokes on those areas, and you can stay safe from any sort of engagement that might just kill you. So other than that, it's all a normal scenario. Coming back to the circle, if you see, let's just come back to the circle later on. Bubble Ghost has been taken down out here. As you can see, Bubble Pikachu will be giving up a revive right now. So coming back to the zone is centralized on the query side. But then, you know, the zones always go for the hard shifts on the left and right direction. Let's see if that happens anytime sooner.
Yeah, we have to see if that is going to happen anytime soon. And what is going to be the next move of the team, as the circle is going to move in towards...
towards that I don't know what that area is, but then the circle will be moving to the other direction, to the
Make fun of the lad
all right now. Still, all right, coming back to the fight, as you can see from Nexus Hunk's side, as Hunk is trying to spot the players out in that area. Bablu Pikachu and Bablu Dani still just sitting out in their areas alongside Bablu Ghost, who is on low HP right now, is trying to heal himself, and after that they might just take fight. And I want to see, all right, Zulka, as you can see, Zulka is still trying to see and spot Bablu's players. Maybe, just maybe, a revenge from the previous game. You never know.
We do not know if they are going to have a good performance, or how they're going to progress, or how they're going to proceed in this game. But on the other side, look at this. LOU eSports, they have been surrounded from all different directions. They need to be careful as to where their next move is going to be. Nexus, they have spotted the players from the side of Bablu out, but are they going to go in for this engagement? And I was talking, Gaming Hub, KMD, has the Car 98 in his hand and can spot out the players that were in front of him. The squad needs to be careful, as the sniper is going to dish out a lot of damage. I do not want to get knocked out with one good headshot coming in.
Exactly, like that will be the thing out in this one. Like, see, now the thing is, all right, let's talk about the areas in the circle. Query is going to be one of those areas that we have seen some final fights happening in the query areas. It all just comes out to if you're on the lower direction or you're in the upper direction of query. Because if you're on the lower side, you'll be getting shot at from all the directions and you don't have any potential cover. If you're on the upper direction, you can stay there. But the fact is the rotations become difficult, because to rotate around all the areas of query, you'll have to go to the lower direction. The depression, the shallowness of the query, that's where you have to go into that area. But for now, like, the circle is bigger. It's just the second circle. The circle is bigger, so you have a lot of areas, a lot of different directions to rotate on. You can see in this drone shot, you see Gaming Hub, you see R3D, you see LOU. There were some other teams out there as well, and HFD are fairly close. If not, there's one more team that's fairly close to the airdrop number 3 that's going to be having AUG and Suppressor AR. let's see if they maximize their utilization of these things if it just happens out in this one. But for now, we'll have to see what's gonna happen as the airdrop is coming right next to the Cape area. And yes, all right. So Rogue Nation can just have that airdrop in their surroundings, can just use those level 3 stuff out for themselves. Bubble Tyrant on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, just still trying to spot the players, if anything. And the IGL, the guy who is the brain behind the squad of Pablo right now. Let's see what decisions do they take, and if the team, works it out on those decisions, because Pablo so far is like one of the most OP teams out there in this region right now, and but still they are being contested. They still have a long way to go, are on the 10th position in the overall standings. Let's see where they end up today, and JD is going to be moving towards the airdrop right now, just to take the airdrop stuff out there for himself. Og will be his. Will he be choosing Og over M249? That's going to be one of my questions, and yes, I think he'll be choosing Og over, yeah, he has M249, he has Og, so the guy actually has all the stuff that is just needed. Yeah, he has best of the both worlds out there, and we'll have to see if he can just take all the fights for himself.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be the question, if he's going to be able to take both the fights for himself, and will he come out on top in both the fights. I think that is also going to be a question, because now with the power of the airdrops basically in his hands, how much can you pull off? And I like this. Fyme Motu on the scooter.
Fyme Motu on the scooter.
A chilling ride.
Yeah, a chilling ride just out here. We'll have to see what happens out for the players. Because scooter, it's not that slow, but then it's not that fast, and Predator just goes down while Fyme Motu was using a scooter out there. So now Fyme will be left with just one player, and that's going to be Motu. So we don't want this thing to happen out on this one, right? We just don't want the scenario that Fyme should be one of those teams that that just gets eliminated in the earlier stages, as Fyme just have one player surviving, one lone person just out here. Let's see if the fights be in their favor or not, if anything. And R3D right next to LOU still just sitting out there. Let's just see what happens out when the fights are going to be happening for now, because this is that scenario of the calm before the storm thing.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be the calm before the storm. But I think the follow-up question to that is going to be, how big is the storm going to be?
Yeah.
How many houses are going to be ruined because of that storm, and how many people are going to lose their lives in game? But look at this, Gaming Up running in towards the squad of R3D, and R3D can be collapsed upon because there was LOU eSports coming in from the other direction as well. And Arkadians are going to be joining this fight as well, but they need to be careful. Leon is going to drop down Adil from the side of Gaming Up, and R3D, that could be their saving grace, as KMD is going to be knocked down as well by Thala. Arkadian once again stepping up big in these situations, but in the other direction, 247 Gaming drop down the players from the side of A2D, and Arkadians are going to charge in the direction of Gaming Hub, as R3D Anubis is going to drop down Knight, and the kill can be stolen by Faison, but Faison, that's going to be a bad angle. You just saw from where he got shot at. You need to run away, and with that nade, Arkadians Thala knocks down his own teammate with a bad nade. His teammates were charging in, and Leon is going to be the only man left standing. Emerge is waiting for the squad of Arkadians. One bad move by the Arkadians, and they are in so much trouble now. One bad nade could change the entire situation. But 247 Gaming, they engaged in on the side of F2D eSports, and that is just going to turn to bite them, because F2D turned around, knocked down two players from the side of 247. So that fight is also happening. But in the end, Motu, the man on the scooter, is going to be taken down, and Fyme is going to take an exit from this game now.
This just happened out here, ladies and gentlemen. But then look at this. Look at the fights that are happening. Arkadians is out there. R3D is waiting to feast on the players. So there are three squads out there, Gaming Hub, R3D, and Arkadians. Which team is going to come out alive as Emerge just goes down? One good grenade from Faison can change everything. Knight will be giving a revive. The players are moving in. Thala moves in. Thala goes in, charges in, but Thala will be taken down. That actually gives the other person the advantage to move in. Thala has been finished, but out a drop shot comes in, but Knight takes him down as well. Arkadians in the worst spot right now because of the fights that they just lost out on this one. Arkadians still not eliminated. Leon is still out. Ash is still out, having the damage of the blue zone right now, but Joker is ready. Joker is ready to feast on the players that will be moving in through the circle right now. Gaming Hub's players need a revive. They need to move in. Ash is out there for the backstab. Leon is out there for the side stab, but will they go for it, as Ash is going to charge in right now? Ash is just going to stay out in the open, Still taking the damage from the blue zone, but still just sitting out there to take all the fights that he can for himself. The grenade can just do the damage out there, but I think it's overcooked right now. It's overcooked, and yes, it is overcooked. It's going to go for the blast. FTFxEsports mark their exit right now for 247, trying to move in. This was the thing I was talking about, Query. See, Query has this depression area, and this is not good for the rotations right now as 247 is going out from that area. R3D Walker, he spots the player in the right direction, like on his left. He can just take them down. 2xY just takes on Nexus' Hunk and just finishes him out in an instance.
Yeah, he saw the players move in, and his teammates are going to be there for the support as well. So we still have to see 247, are they going to survive this engagement or are they not? Because they are coming in from the blue zone, so the chip damage on them is going to be pretty intense. And they are going to be fighting at a disadvantage. The squad from Arkadians, Gaming Hub, R3D are all going to be present and waiting for them to show up, and will be waiting for them to be wiped out. But R3D Anubis is going to drop down Leon, who was caught out in the open. And Arkadians, this fight started with them being at an advantage, but now all of a sudden the situations, the tables have turned. Arkadians, just Ash, the only man left standing, is going to look to drop down the players from the side of Gaming Hub, but the pre-fire is not going to connect as Knight from Gaming Hub is going to be taken down, and Gaming Hub are going to be taken as they exit from this game early on. Nexus Zulkar spots out the player from TeamvfxOXY, charging in on him, and the jump shot is going to connect, but the squad of Nexus is going to be there for the backup as well as Reaper. He is bringing the Grim Reaper right now, drops down two players. The jump shot comes in, prones down, waits for the man to charge in, and he's going to get the finish on these two players as well. Now Wolf is the only man left standing for the side of Nexus. Can he help his teammates survive as Reaper is going to be dropped down? So Reaper is going to need the revive, but Teen Wolf was already there, so the revive is going to come in as soon as he's going to be done healing. But Ghost from the side of Bablu is going to be taken down as Bablu are trying to fight the squad of 2xOFficial right now, and 2xOFficial somehow managed to get them an advantage. They are fighting two teams at the same time. Once again, in classic Bablu fashion, Danny was fighting HFD, and the other player, Ghost, was fighting the squad of 2xOFficial.
Exactly. Arkadians are outside the circle, as you can see the blue mark right next to them. But now, can they take the fight with 2x right now? Because 2x is fairly close to them. Danny is focusing his attention right now. Look at him, just grenading out in those areas. If the grenade just hits the right direction, it can just dish a lot of damage. It does damage to all the three players, not knocking them out, but still doing a lot of damage. That might be a crucial damage that was needed out there. Has a QBC. Can he actually use it? Can he go for the guns right now? Can the guns go blazing out in this one, as Bablu is looking really good right now in these fighting scenarios? Look at this, the circle goes in. Oh my god, that shift of circle is an incredible shift if you just see it. Each and every team, each and every player has to get inside the circle, except for three teams, and out of them, one is at the center of the next zone. They are going to be really happy, if anything. 2x once again just trying to move in. 245 meters is the distance that they have to go for the circle right now, and they are going to be going for the rightward shift, but then they have been caught as Bablu Pikachu spots them and shots them. But then from the other side, TeamvfxOXY as well, they are just shooting them from the higher ridge, from the higher end area. Let's see if they can just pop the heads out, as TeamvfxOXY was still trying to spot the players, take the players for themselves. If that just happens out there, 2x mods is still surviving, still sitting out in this area. Let's see what happens as the fights will keep on continuing slowly and steadily.
Yeah, we have to see how the fights are going to go, or how things are going to change for these teams as the game is going to start carrying on. And as you said, the teams in the center of the circle are going to be at a disadvantage. But Bablu's position right now, we have seen them in the same position. If you remember the map of Vikendi from a couple of days ago, and that was not a fight that they won. That was a fight that they lost, because they were collapsed upon from every single team that were looking to charge in from all the different directions. But now, can they survive this one, and can they go for the chicken dinner yet again on the map of Sanhok? I think that is going to be the question that Bablu and every one of their fans is going to be asking as they are rotating right now. One of the players was taken down, Tyrant was knocked down, and I don't think the revive is going to come in, as Ghost is going to be finished off as well, and Tyrant is going to die, as the other two players, Danny and Pikachu, are just going to look to secure their position inside of the play zone and are going to look to secure themselves in a safe location as well. But in the meanwhile, R3D are going to take an exit from the game as well.
Look at this, so many teams outside the circle right now. Bablu Dani will be finished out. The Bablu Pikachu is low on health right now. He's popping up a first aid. His helmet is totally done for. Can he take the fight? 6 circle right now. No time to snake in this area. TeamvfxOXY is still sitting out there. Bablu, one player surviving, has just one first aid for himself. Will this be the end of Team Bablu out here? Because because he needs to pop up first and move in as soon as he can. Look at this. Because moving in, the damage is being done out for him. The damage is out there, and PlayedOXY goes down as ROG's player just take him out, and Team Bablu will be taken down by Blade as he was outside the circle. That means a new winner can just come in, and ROG is looking really, really good right now. Have all the 4 players surviving. TeamvfxOXY has 8 kills, but then 1 player needs a revive. 2 players still surviving out in NortheSports as well, as they have 0 kills right now. 247 Gaming is looking on a really, really good spot right now. They have 11 kills for themselves. ROG's JD. This guy has best of both worlds that we were talking about. Has an AUG, has an M249, but can he utilize those 5.56 bullets out there? 247 Gaming gets eliminated with those 11 kill points for themselves. That is a big shocker out in this one.
That is definitely going to be a big shocker. And can the team somehow get the chicken dinner for themselves this time, as you have the winner chicken dinner forecast on your screens right now? Rogue Nation, a team that you do not expect to be in that position, are sitting there with 33% probability of them getting the chicken dinner. Can they make the numbers work in their favor, as they are going to be on the edge of the play zone right now? That is going to be a really good position for them to be in, because they don't have to fight from the backs. They just have to fight on the sides and the front. Just different directions to worry about, and there's going to be the Ridge as well. That's going to be providing some cover so they can be safe as well. But is this going to work out for them, or are they just going to fumble up yet again and miss this opportunity?
Yeah, as of now, we don't know what's going to happen out in this one. And ROG's Nightmare goes down as HFT Umar just takes him out. ROG Titanium is out here. HFT Umar still sitting out in that area. And as you see the circle just has 1 team in its proximity, in its area right now. All the other teams are still going to be out away from all the areas. We'll have to see what happens. ROG is trying to move in, just trying to go in. They need this to win for themselves. And the thing is going to be, see, about this team only. LOU is inside the circle. Other than that, each and every team outside. But LOU's players, the location has been compromised. The first 8s are going to be in the work right now. And yes, Uma goes down. That's going to be the end of NortheSports, ladies and gentlemen. 3 teams surviving. 1 more player goes down as HFT's Kronos was ready for the fight. And ROG the dog goes outside the circle, takes down 1. Impressive gameplay coming out from this guy. And Kronos will be surviving out there, as you can see. But he will take down the dog out here. HFT Kronos, the circle's damage coming in. The throwables are going to be coming into the equation right now. LOU Phobia, they can take down the players, and yes, easy wipes can just come in. But out here still, ROG is surviving. HFT goes down as Nightmare is out there. Nightmare and the dog needs a revive, but I don't think so that's going to happen. 2 players surviving. Nightmare is a solo survivor. His patient has been spotted out there. Nightmare is ready for the fight. The dog cannot be revived out here in this one. A grenade can just come in. The grenade charges in on one direction. That can just look really bad, and the grenade from the other player's side just overshoots. But it still hits him. It still hits him out the way. It's gonna hurt a lot, and that's gonna be one of the things. Phobia still surviving, and Nightmare still on 20 HP. If anything, can this guy just clutch it out? Has just 4 bandages. 1 more throwable. 1 good throwable that I think is here. The grenade is here. The grenade is fairly close and ending it with a bang. It's gonna be LOU eSports, ladies and gentlemen.
The man did not have any heals, but look at this. Look at this. The Doc had 9 kills for himself. So the Doc actually did a lot of hard work for his team, and the points being confirmed was pretty important.
ROG will be first, if anything. Like, Chicken Dinner goes to LOU, but then they'll be having 4 points. That just takes into 24.
They have 5 points.
They'll be having 5 points already. Then LOU will be at the first. I thought they have 4 points. If that would have been the case.
No, I think you are right. ROG is going to be first.
No.
ROG has 11 points.
No, actually, yeah, exactly. Then they, I thought they had 10 points and they had 4 points exactly.
You missed the 1-1 kills from both these teams.
Either way, that's going to be one thing. But then the MVP will be from LOU's side out here. And that's going to be a boot with 3 kills, 398 damage, 25 minutes and 3 seconds survival time, and 3.13 distance covered. So this is a short distance amount from the side of LOU. Obviously, you see they had their landing location fairly close. They did not have to rotate much. So that was like a fairly good amount of fight that they had. They had the location advantage for themselves, if anything, if not the kills advantage, and the circle was favoring them. As whenever they were, wherever the circle was moving, they were already at the central location of the circle, so they never had to worry about it.
They were already in the center of the circle, so staying safe from every single direction and having a good control of a compound is going to be pretty important for them. But as we move on, let's also have a look at the other players as well, other than the MVP, and see which other players were having a good performance. performance. As I was saying, the Doc, look at this, 9 kills on the lad with 956 damage coming in. 247's Umi is going to be on the second with 4 kills, 714 damage. VFXOXY is going to be on the third with 4 kills. VFX Blade is going to be on the fourth with 3 kills, and R3D Anubis is going to be on the fifth with 3 kills as well. So VFX, they are having an amazing day wherein, okay, they are not getting a chicken dinner, but I still think this day is really good to them just because it has been those consistent performances. They are getting a lot of points for placements for themselves, and the kills are coming in their way as well. And that is just going to mean that the points are going to pile up game by game by game. And by the end of the day, I think they will at least have accumulated like 80 points for themselves.
Exactly. That will be like one of the things. They'll be at that position, at that point where
not 80. 80 is going to be too much. I think 50 is going to be a good point here.
Exactly. It will be just out there, just sitting out there at that number, at that point where they actually need it. And let's just have a look at this game standings as well. Like where is Sanhok right now? At what position will Sanhok be as Rogue Nation? Exactly, 11 kills for themselves. So this time 11 actually makes its mark, and 25 points. So the thing is, even with those kills and all, the total points are still less. Obviously that is because it was 14 placement points for themselves. So first was for ROC, second for LOU, third for 247 Gaming, that had 11 for themselves as well. PMCO on the 4th, HFD on the 5th, and NortheSports on the 6th, R3D on the 7th, and 2xOfficials will be out there on the 8th position. Arkadians on the 9th, TeamvfxOXY on the 10th, and this one, Gaming Up on the 11th, Nexus on the 12th, FTD on the 13th, Fyme on the 14th, HR on the 15th, and Team Aqua having a 16th position drop for themselves. So for 2 games, alright, so talk about 2 teams right now, 3 teams if you will, Aqua, Hellraisers, and Fyme in this one.
Yeah, Hellraisers have had an amazing performance. Their standing was pretty good. They were still sticking in the top 16 with games having to be played. So they, I think, have the opportunity and they have the caliber. The team of Hellraisers is actually really, really impressive, especially the Man Snaker. So they are a team with great potential, and I think in the last 2 games they need to step up if they want to make their way to the finals. Fyme on the other side, I think Fyme already has a pretty good standing, so messing up a few games is not going to affect them that much. Fyme is already going on their way to the finals. But on the other side, Team Aqua, they are missing out on crucial opportunities.
Exactly. That's going to be one thing. But then let's just have a look at the overall standings as well, and let's see where just it's going to put all the teams and all the players out there. So as you can see, Team Envy, like there's no one removing that. TeamvfxOXY on the 2nd, and HFD, they are going up slowly and steadily. So HFD has had a good day today, starting from the first game. Fyme is out there on the 4th, NortheSports on the 5th, Portal eSports on the 6th, Freestyle on the 7th, and LOU with this performance with this chicken, they're going to be on the 8th position. Arkadians on the 9th, TeamvfxOXY will be still sitting out there on the 10th position. TVF on the 11th, 247 Gaming, they have had a good jump right in this one. And Nexus, H2E, F2D, and HR on the 16th. And 16 to 7, let's see what the difference is, as 86 and 84, that's where Gaming Hub is right now. RNG on the 18th, 2xOfficials has had a good jump in this one as well, but still they need to actually come up to their points. As see, 2x and Team Aqua both are played 14 games. They are 2 games away from being completely eliminated. So in final 2 games, they need to step up big time right now. Rogue Nation, Aqua, R3D, DFUZeOfficial, that's going to be the things out there. So let's just see what happens, because these 2 teams, if not anything, they have had their good games. Aqua, I remember, had 2 chicken dinners in the group stages. So for now, the teams that did good in the group stages, they are kind of falling apart somewhere.
Yeah, they are kind of falling apart, and we still have to see as to how these teams are going to climb up, and even if they are going to climb up now, because as you said, 2x and Aqua just have 2 more games to go, which are going to happen after we come back from a break. But before we go, let's have a look at the kill leaders for the day as well, as they are right now. And NVPsych, as I was praising the man, he is not even playing today. 31st position. Deadshot is going to be 31st point, first position. Deadshot on the 2nd with 30 points. Fyme Motu is going to be on the 3rd with 25 points. VFX Blade is going to be on the 4th with 24 points. And Freestyle Baba is going to be on the 5th. So moving on, 6th to 10th position, HFD Bhatsab playing today can still challenge the first position if he has an amazing 2 games. 20 kills right now. 7th being taken by Teen Wolves from VFX. Portal eSports Vegeta on the 8th. NortheSports Amer is going to be on the 9th, and NV Absa is going to be on the 10th position.
Yeah, these were the top 10 players out here that, just had incredible amount of stuff. But then after the kills, if we talk about damage dealers,
yeah.
So because the players, kills are good, but sometimes kills can be stolen. But then the damage is all yours, whatever you're going for those things, for those knocks as well, everything. So we were looking at the top 5 players from the damage dealers perspective as well. So that's going to be one of the things. But then it's always like if Deadshot goes up top in one thing, Psych goes up.
Deadshot, I think since they are not playing today and we saw the graphics yesterday as well, Deadshot is going to be first and Psych is going to be second. Those two players go hand in hand. So let's just have a look at the standings for the top 5 damage dealers and see. Yeah, exactly. Deadshot on the first, Psych on the second. So they just switch things around. And NortheSports Amir on the third, VFX Blade on the fourth, and Fyme Motu on the fifth.
As of now, these were the top 5 players out in the damage dealing stats right now. So that was the thing out for this one. And I mean, for now, 2 games have happened.
Yeah.
2 more games are left. What's going to happen in the game of Vikendi and Erangel, all that and much more action will be right in front of your screens, ladies and gentlemen. But right after a short break, don't go anywhere.
Hello everyone and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and we are about to head into game number 3, which is going to be played on Vikendi today. Once again, it is day number 5. Tomorrow is going to be day number 6 for the semis, and that is going to mean that the teams are going to be done with their games. Group A, on the other hand, they are going to be playing their final 2 games.
Yeah, and the thing is, in that, there are 2 teams, 2X and Aqua, that just need to step up their gameplay if they can go for it right now, because Aqua has had 2 bad games, if anything. And that just means if they have 2 more bad games, even this game goes bad, after that there'll be no comebacks for the team out there, and that's just gonna mean that you can say bye-bye to the fact that the finals that are going to be out there. So that's going to be just one of the things. But then coming back to the games and all those scenarios, Vikendi, the unpredictability stuff out there, the thing that happens, that just that just goes in at an instant. You think you're inside the circle, and the other moment circle just laughs at you and just goes to some other place to shift and all those things. And moreover, the SMG loot that just dominates in Vikendi and all those scenarios. So let's just see what happens out in this one.
Yeah, we'll have to see what is going to happen out in this one, as the game is going to be live in just a matter of seconds. But for this one, I think, as you said, Aqua needs to step up, 2X needs to step up big time, and Fyme, I think, once again, Fyme are pretty much already heading into the finals in the top 16, and their place is going to be secured. But they will be looking to taking NV's spot, because the gap is not that big, and they can actually make it happen.
Exactly. They want to end their day of those 16 games on a really, really best note. So that can be one of the things. But then let's see if they can do it or not in this game, as we will be jumping into the Vikendi's plane, ladies and gentlemen, from Peshkova's area to Mowatra Vihar. As you can see, it's actually a centralized plane. If anything, Kresnik, Podgorsk, Cement Factory, Castle, Willa, Toa, good areas will be out there. Gorokai as well. Krichas, if you want to go to that Cosmodrome, the area that he hates.
I hate Cosmodrome.
Yeah, this guy can say on camera that he hates Cosmodrome.
I don't hate Cosmodrome, but I hate when the circles are centered towards Cosmodrome. The final few circles.
Cosmodrome lovers, you can follow me now. So on my social
Castle lovers, you can follow me.
And Vikendi lovers, you can follow me overall. So coming back to the fights and all the scenes, Mowatra, Vihar, those will be good areas. Topromesso as well, if you just want to go to those areas. Anything. Fyme is going for the drop right now, as they are going to be heading towards Cement Factory area, something Hot Spring, Kantra. Those areas will be left out of the equation. Look at this. Look at the circle. The circle is a fairly good one in this time.
Yeah, the circle is going to be pretty...
And the players are going outside the circle for some
reason. That
reason.
has to be one of those tricky things, as I think no one expected it to be there. But there is going to be that one team right in the middle on Podvosto. It's going to be Nexus eSports. They are going to have a pretty fun time in this game, just waiting for the other teams to come towards them. And when I say fun, I say that sarcastically, because being isolated, not having any human contact on this icy lands of Vikendi, that has to be some sort of a challenge.
That's like eSports introvert thing, not having any human contact, just being out there. So that's just something that you were talking about. So Aqua needs to start their game on a good note, right?
Yeah.
And I think they just did, because they were on the northernmost area, and there is no squad, nothing out in that area. Just look at if we just look at the map, there was Aqua on the northernmost area, and there was no team. But look at this, Gaming Hub already taking up a fight against R3D, if anything, and Walker is low on the health department right now. Knight is moving in from one direction to the other. We'll have to see what happens out with the teams in this one right now, as the players will be trying to move in, trying to rotate, trying to rush in from one direction to the other, and all those scenarios will be coming in handy. Slowly and steadily, R3D is just going to charge in, move in, barge in from one area to the other, and Gaming Hub will be just sitting out in this one, in the houses for themselves. Gaming Hub, Adil on screen, ladies and gentlemen, has G36C, does not have a helmet for himself, obviously. Now picks up one helmet for themselves. And look at this. Where Aqua is, there is no team in their proximity right now. They can just stay safe out there.
Yeah, they can stay safe. And as you said, Ocean, the other teams have landed in sort of a weird situations for themselves. And I think NortheSports are already engaging in combat with one of the teams in their location. But that can be risky. Early game fights are always a risk, because you are just fighting on the basis of whether your opponent has enough heals, or do they have enough weapons or ammo to sustain the fight, to come out of it. But that is going to be a risk, because RNG, as we say, randomness of the game can result in them having better guns than you.
Exactly, that's just basically the thing that just happens in this one. Coming back to the game, ladies and gentlemen, you can see, all right, Gaming Hub and R3D coming back to this fight, if anything, and the fights that are just going to be keep on happening out here. But I think Gaming Hub, they have their safer area, R3D as well, just both the teams on the different areas. If anything, Adil is moving in on from one direction, going to take the Zima for himself. VFX, Reaper, Oxy has an Uzi for himself that he can just utilize out here right in front of ROG. So we'll see if that happens. NES Sensei goes down as 2x Major Whitey takes up a fight. Aqua Hamza goes down in this one as well. Aqua Hamza gets a finish. So that's a bad thing. Like Aqua, there was no fight around them, and they just got finished for some reason. Like one player got finished for some reason. That is a weird scenario for Aqua. Like the players are going to fight Aqua right now on the other side in 2x. Another team that is in a bad situation right now, but still they are trying to take all the fights that they can. They have to move inside the zone 1,000+ meters. NES as well 1,100 meters. The revives are going to come in, kick in, and after this they can just once again go for the fight. But look at this 2x Moth in a bad situation. One more shot on Moth can just take him down, and I think that's going to happen. No, Maxi goes down. Hipfire Uzi is not going to do that much of a damage. Now the first hit is going to kick in, and after that I think the fights can once again resume to the safety area. But NES Maxi needs a revive as soon as he can. But look at this 2x Sargent is on the backside, can backstab the players out in this one.
Yeah, he can create a backstab and a good opportunity for his team to actually take these fights. But on the other side, look at this. Moth from the side of PMCO. He is dishing out so much damage on these players of NortheSports. One after the other, the players are going to be knocked down, and Maxi is going to be in a really bad situation. The finish is going to happen as Moth is going to throw the Molotov to flush out the players from that smoke behind that tree. And that is going to do its job as Amir is going to be killed off. He's going to be knocked down. Sensei is going to be knocked down, and that's going to be NortheSports. The entire team has been eliminated by this 3-man squad of PMCO.
This was a setback that just happened out in this one. Like NortheSports, they were having really good games previously, and now if they get eliminated, that means 2x is stepping up to their gameplay, as 2x actually needs to be out in the top 16, and they are going for everything out for the top 16 gameplay.
Yeah, everything to stay in the top 16 and make their way in towards the finals, as the final push is going to happen from these teams. And as you said, PMCO, they need to do everything that they can in these two games to make sure that their spot in the finals is not going to be anywhere. But that is going to mean that they need 2 chicken dinners so that they are not just sitting on the 16th position at the end of the day. But look at this ROG, they charge in.
They are charging in on the players out there from VFXOXY. We'll have to see what happens as Blade is low on his HP right now. Rage has a grenade in his hands, and this grenade can be the grenade of death out there as the grenade goes on the right direction, takes down Nightmare. That was an impressive grenade out from this player out here, and the Grenadier kill will just not come in because the revives just are going to kick in anytime soon. But look at this Reaper. No one actually thought of it. Reaper is far behind, and he can go for a flank right now, and ROG is in a lot of trouble. Titanium on low health and becomes the second team to get eliminated as Rogue Nation exit this game as well. VFXOXY, they were one of the most dominating teams, and yes, they yet are. They almost missed up a chicken dinner in the first game, but now I think they have their eyes set on it. But then there's one more team that has eyes set on the fights, and that is going to be R3D as they are moving to the sides of Gaming Hub.
Yeah, as they move in towards the side of Gaming Hub is going to be in trouble now as Athil is going to be dropped up and he's going to be finished off by R3. Anubis with his G36C emerges there as well. But the other players now come back from the support. Zio is out on the outside. He is looking to catch the other players off guard. But Gaming Hub, oh no, the 2 players that came in the vehicle, they have been spotted out, and that is just going to mean that information has been given away as to where these 2 are. Emerge has been left isolated, running out in the open. Anubis can spot him out. Anubis, do you see the man running in front of you in this open field? The shots from the Uzi, the distance is too much. I think the G36C, the assault rifle, is going to be a little bit better in this situation. Now he switches to it. Just has 9 bullets. And with those 9 bullets, actually gets the knock. And Emerge, I think, is going to be finished off as well. Gaming Hub is now just going to be left with 2 players in this game.
R3D is just sitting out there just with that Uzi, 25 bullets for him in the back right now. More and more players will be coming in slowly and steadily as Gaming Hub will be trying to revive their player. Nexus, on the other hand, taking up the fight with HFD. You know what has happened all the times when Nexus have fought HFD. HFD actually comes up on top, and HFD is looking really good right now. Nexus as well is trying to take up this fight right now in the port area, and we'll have to see if the fight actually just comes up with an equation of winning, as Nexus has never won a fight with HFD, and HFD has actually, shown right cards at the right moment. But the fact is this thing. Look at Wolf. Wolf is on a proper different flank right inside of that broken bridge area. Taha still trying to spot the players of HFD, Umar and Murtaza. We'll have to see what happens as Umar and Murtaza are not giving adequate footsteps. I mean, Murtaza is moving in, but Umar is not giving any adequate footsteps right now. Zulkar is out there. Wolf is out there. Taha as well with that G36C in his hands right now, just trying to spot any location if he can or if he cannot go for it right now. We will have to see what happens. Aqua Fendi is one of the lone survivors of Team Aqua, still surviving out there. This time not getting eliminated on the 16th, but for how long can they just take the game, because they are all alone in the area of Peshkova, and the players from R3D are actually wreaking havoc on their opponents right now from Gaming Hub. Arkadians are also out there, but coming back to this fight of Nexus, I think Nexus can just win this one. They have the numbers game, they have the rotations advantage, they have the players advantage on themselves, but on the other side is the fact that their opponents are taking TPP, which will be a crucial one.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a crucial one, but can they clutch this one out for their teams, in fact? Because as we know, being eliminated early on is not going to be good for you. But now, a few teams have already made their way in towards the circle. A few are still coming in. As you see, Hellraisers is one of those teams that have not made their way in. Next is Zulkar. The nade was thrown away, but the player from the side of HFD is going to be able to rotate out of the damage radius. That was Murtaza, one isolated player in that house. He has been cornered, but his teammates are coming in for the support from the rear. So even Nexus need to be careful, because even they can be caught out of position, but HFD is just 3 people present, and this is going to be a 3 versus 4 situation. 3 versus 3 for now, because Wolf has been left on the other side of this frozen river. So the only thing he's going to be good for is going to be those long-range supportive sprays or those supportive sniper shots to the windows if one of the players from the side of HFD is going to be caught out. But if it happens to be a compound fight, then Wolf being here would have been more advantageous for the side of Nexus.
Yep, that's going to be a thing, obviously. So Nexus, the thing that Nexus and HFD, the thing that separates both the team is that Nexus goes for the pure aggression in the fights, while HFD goes with much more of a tactical stuff. I mean, Nexus also has a tactical stuff in the game style, but then HFD wins the tactical rounds, that how to plan everything, each and every single rotation that they want to, and Nexus goes for the pure sheer aggression, just like Bablu, like not exactly like Bablu, but then just like Bablu, that they just like to go for in the fights, just trying to build up the pressure slowly and steadily, and then just moving in and charging in as soon as they can. That charge in is a thing that separates Nexus from HFD out there. So we'll have to see what happens out in these fights, as players are now moving in fairly close to each other. And the airdrop we could see had the M249ES, the level 3 stuff, obviously cheek pad for snipers. So that's just one tease that it's just bringing out for the players out there to play this game right now. 11 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute and 30 seconds for the zone to kick in, the second circle out here for the Osto area. So far the fights are in this, but for how long? TeamvfxOXY just goes down from the vehicle, and RageOXY as well as Fyme Predator comes into the equation as his G36C starts doing the damage. Look at this, Fyme Sneak finishing what they started, and the kill being stolen out in that one. Not stolen, I mean that was a free kill out in this one, and one more player just goes down.
Yeah, one more player losing his life is going to mean that the team is going to be sitting at a disadvantage right now. But look at this. Nexus from the rooftop is going to catch the players from the side of HFD off guard. And Batsab, one of the people who is in the kill leaderboard, is going to be taken down with the help of the Uzi. And now this is just the one guy left standing for the side of HFD. He is going to be collapsed upon by all these players from the side of Nexus. He managed to catch one off guard, but Taha is going to be like, what are you doing, mate? Just exit the game right now. And HFD is also going to be eliminated on the 14th position.
Exactly. So a bad thing that just happened out in this one, and 13 teams still survive. I mean, and this is the thing that I was talking about. Nexus goes for that pure aggression, and that aggression, if they have it, they are not going to be losing any sorts of fight out in this one. And now Fyme Snake is going to be sneaking out for the loot that they want, and let's see if they just keep on going for that. But the thing is, all right. So thing is, you see out there behind them there was Arkadians, and Arkadians, they're ready for the fights. They are going to be looking much more into that zone of the fights right now. HR on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, just trying to take all the fights with the players of F2D as well. As you can see, F2D is trying to spot the players, trying to take them down if they can or if they cannot. We'll have to see if the fights just still happen out in this one. But for now, it's that calm before the storm. And the players are trying to cross the bridge. I mean, the bridge crossing, all right, you can go for it, but if I mean, you should not be in the open area, obviously. That's a bad thing while crossing the bridge, because you have you are going in one direction, but you have eyes set up on your 360-degree side.
Yeah, you are going to be open, you are going to be vulnerable. The trade-off is definitely going to be what you said. You can get a 360-degree vision for yourself. But once again, what is the thing that is going to be more important to you? The thing, the survival point, the thing that is where you are going to be safe inside a compound, and you are going to have a good standing. You won't be engaged upon. Even if you are, you will have some cover available for you, but you won't have the information of the players coming in. You won't have those visions of the areas around you. Or are you a team like Bablu who actually do that? Who like to stay out in the open just because they like to pick up the fights, whatever comes their way. So you have to figure out what style of play actually fits best for your team, and then sort of try and adapt and implement it into your play style, into your games. But on the other side, if you make a wrong decision, if you are like, all right, for now we'll take a fight out in the open, and you are going to get punished in that direction. But look at this, TeamvfxOXY, they are going to be coming quite close to this one, and this could be quite tricky, as Nexus already has a compound for themselves.
Nexus has an area for themselves, but on the other hand, I think Aqua will be losing their players once again, or if anything.
Yeah.
Was that a full squad wipe of Aqua as 247 was fighting with them? I think so. That just happened out there, and Aqua actually lost this fight as well in the earliest of the stages, if something. Now, coming back to this fight right now, you can see Nexus Star and Hunk are surviving out there, and the airdrop number 3 has AUG alongside the other stuff, the level 3 stuff out there, alongside the area of Mount Kresnik, and the circle is at a central shift for itself, so no hard shifts coming out in this fight for now, but then we'll have to wait and see where it takes the other fights in the equation or something. Nexus once again on your screens as Nexus. All right, so the thing about Nexus is once again that aggressive movement that they go for, and 2x, if they are not ready for it, if they catch one of the players of 2x off guard, it's gonna be the end game of 2x or something out there. Zulka just sitting out there in the back end, and all 3 players are sitting out there in the front end. If one player from 2x just makes a simplest of the mistakes, I think Nexus will not spare them, and obviously will not spare any time in capitalizing on those mistakes easily and fastly, if anything.
Yeah, I actually agree with that one. But once again, what are the teams going to do? How are they going to proceed in this game? And what is going to be the decision that's going to be the reason for their demise as one of the strongest teams, one of the teams that was the strongest, that used to be the strongest, Team Bablu. On our screens right now, they are looking to have a safer standings for themselves. So, because so far they haven't engaged in any sort of combat with anyone and are just sitting on the northern side of Castle for now. But look at this. Fyme so close to the side of Arkadians. I think Motu would have spotted out a couple of players from the side of Arkadians as well. And Sneak on the other side, he had a vision of a squad. So Fyme have a lot of information available to them. They are on the northern side of Cement Factory, right outside the compounds. But can they take this fight? Leon has spotted out the player from the side of Fyme. And I think Predator was the man who was spotted out as he was standing out in the open looking for information.
Yeah, that's totally true. Out in this one, Fyme's the whole squad of Fyme is out in this area, and Arkadians as well on the other side of the road. So the fights can just happen, but the third circle is closing slowly and steadily. If you are not inside the circle, you're not inside the proper fight, ladies and gentlemen. So players will have to actually move inside the circle as soon as they can, prioritize the zone rotations, because that's going to be a needed one out in this fight. Nexus Star has still sitting out there, wants to pop up a first hit, and after he pops it up, I think he'll be ready to take all the fights out that will be thrown at him or for the team right now. 17 minutes and 21 seconds into the game, ladies and gentlemen, slowly and steadily. Once the clock actually hits the 18-minute mark, I think after that the circle is going to be a tricky one, because after that the circle rotations will be the important ones, and the movement through the circles is going to be the ones that will be the things that will be needed out there. Nexus Star goes down as VFX comes in to join the party. The third party is coming in from the side of that team. Let's see if it actually they utilize that third party's knock, or will the knocks will be stolen by 2x, as 2x is also ready for the fights out there. ReaperOXY with the G36C still trying to take all the fights out there. He has taken down one player, but the kill confirmation has not been done yet, and I think that the knock has been revived.
Yeah, the knock is going to be revived, but look at this. TeamvfxOXY, they are going to be in a really bad situation, but can they come out of this one? They have lost 2 players, and this is going to be a tough situation for them moving forward in this game. TeamvfxOXY as well. They started out with 3, so they are already sitting at the man disadvantage, but the squad that is right in front of them, it's going to be the squad of Nexus, who have all 4 players alive. But F2D Mafia, he's going to spot out one of the players from the side of Hellraisers.
The players always go for these spray cans and something like in the fights.
And it was a good spray can. I mean, you should focus fire.
Yeah, exactly. You should focus fire. That's like the motto for them. There's a picture framed out there. Focus fire, and then they just go for the firing in all the scenarios. That's just one of the things out there. HR Adnan moving in inside the Port Vostok area, inside the edge of the circle, because the circle actually is at the edge of Port Vostok. It might just leave Port Vostok anytime sooner right now, but look at this. FTD still trying to spot the players out there as their opponents were moving in from one area to the other area. The airdrop number 4 is going to be out here on the back end of the Port Vostok's village. Out there, you can see MK14 in that airdrop, and obviously the level 3 stuff that's going to be mandated. The complementary stuff that just comes in with the airdrop out in this one. NexusHunk now taking up the fight. They are taking up the fight with LOU. What's going to happen as LOU's Razor and Abood are out here. LOU Abood, the MVP of the previous match, is ready for the fight, but can they not win this one? Previous match was a history, but now can they make a history in this one? It's going to be a big question. As Nexus, they still have their compound. LOU, they still have their fight. They have the fighting spirit left in them. Phobia, Abood on one side, Ghost and Razor on the other side, Hunk and Wolf on one side for Team Nexus. Which team is going to win? Let's find out.
Yeah, definitely we will be finding that out in a matter of seconds. But Nexus, LOE eSports, you need to be careful about the fact that we did see a couple of other squads nearby as well, as TeamvfxOXY was present in the compounds right behind them. And if these squads start fighting right now, they can actually come and use that opportunity for themselves as an advantage and confirm the kills, get those free points for themselves. But still, this is going to be a standoff that's going to be happening between these 2 teams. And we are going to wait and see as to who is going to engage first. Because once again, like always, this is going to be a game of patience. Information is going to be key, and you should not make moves in haste that are going to get you killed.
Exactly, that's going to be like one of the things out in this one. The mistake that can just kill you, it's going to be a bad mistake. Obviously, you should not be making those in this time, because 40 more seconds in the 5th circle will be coming, and out of that, the rotations from the circle, the rotations will be a difficult one, and the fact that the circle is going to be damaging you much more. Obviously, that's going to be one of the things that players need to compromise on. They need to rotate inside the circle as soon as they can. LOE Ghost moving in, charging in on the house of Nexus. If they take this house, this is going to be a crucial one for them. NexusHunk just moving in, just jumping in from inside the house to the outside area right now, is in the open and will be taken away. No, Razor goes down as the cover fire just comes in. So let's just see how that just happens.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that happens, as now in Nexus, they are going to be sitting with a mandatory disadvantage, as Razor's skill has been confirmed. But LOE eSports, one of their lads has been knocked down as well. And Nexus can still come out of this one, but LOU, they charge in. Abood just goes in, and Taha is going to be the man that finishes him off. But from the other side, Phobia was trying to land the shots in the window, and LOU, one after the other, they are just charging in on these players of Nexus, and Nexus is going to fall down as Wolf, the last man standing, is going to be finished off. They killed off 1, then 3 guys went in and just destroyed the entire side of Nexus in just a matter of seconds. An amazing fight turning out in the favor of LOU eSports, and we are hitting that 22-minute mark. 11 teams still in this game, 36 people still alive, but bodies are falling left and right.
Left and right, everywhere, each and every direction is where the bodies are falling right now. We've explored Oxy, as you can see, still sitting out in this area right now, just trying to spot the players, trying to take them out if he can just go for it. And 2 players surviving out from TeamvfxOXY's side, and they spotted the players. They just spotted the players out there, and now the players will be just like sitting in no man's land right now. Bablu Pikachu. So Bablu is still surviving. There are 36 players remaining, and now is this the super passive mode for Bablu? A smoke too soon, Colossi just goes down. This is what Bablu is known for, taking the fights out for themselves, and Walker has taken a lot of damage for himself as well. And now from the Cement Factories area, the circle will be moving into the other direction. Bablu, they might have to rotate in as soon as the circle just hits. 247 Gaming is outside the circle, and Bablu still inside the zone, like not a lot, but just 10 meters is the difference between them and the circle.
Yeah, just 10 meters of difference being between them and the circle. But Bablu, they need to be careful because that 10 meters is just 10 meters of open land. And Cement Factory actually does provide a lot of cover for the teams that are going to be in it. But now, since the circle has moved to the northern direction, the teams will have to come out. It was Gaming Hub and Fyme who were there on the northern side of the area, and they will be moving in as well. But look at this, 247 still right on the edge of the blue zone, and as soon as they come in from this open areas, they can be taken out if they do not spot out their opponents, if they do not start firing from the backs of their enemies. But Bablu is going to be in a comfortable situation since all the 4 players are still in this game, and Tyrant is going to spot the players from the side of Fyme, and in one spray dishes out so much damage to Motu and Predator that Motu was knocked down and Predator was left with just 50% health on him. But the revive is going to come in, and Fyme is going to know where their opponents are.
And they'll be knowing the exact location for where they have to cover their fire and all those areas out there for themselves. We'll have to see what happens. But for now, as of now, you can see still a lot of big names surviving. Still a lot of people, a lot of teams just sitting out there with the gunpowder in their hands. And talking about it, you can see Bablu Tyrant just taking players out. This guy, obviously, when he is going for it, he is just going all in. Eloy Razor goes down to 247. Umi goes down out there by R380s. Walker and Echasomi also bites the dust right now as MP5K was coming into the equation. Trianda goes down out there. Eloy eSports mark their exit. So after this, 9 teams surviving as 27 players are still alive. Hellraisers also mark their exit on the 10th position. What's going to happen is R3D, Fyme, Team Bablu, Arkadians, they are still surviving with the 4 players mark. Arkadians, I mean, 1 player needs a revive. After that, it's going to be a different story. In 247 Gaming, the players are outside the circle. Can they make it inside the circle in time? That's going to be one of the questions out here. And look at this. FTD Mafia takes down 1 player. The second player is just barely surviving out in this one.
Yeah, the second player barely staying alive. But can they get the chicken dinner? As 247 Gaming, they are going to take an exit from the game down to 8 teams, 25 players. And Blade just somehow manages to stay alive from that assault from F2D's Mafia. He was sitting on like 10% health approximately on him, but now he has healed up. Mafia behind that rock, the nade is going to be thrown. And Blade slowly and steadily is going to move forward, but the shots from the back are going to force him into the cover behind the car again. And Blade still goes for the peak. Don't know why he did that, because R3D just saw him and Zeo was like, wait, what, mate? And the free kill was confirmed.
Exactly, the kill was confirmed out in that one, and now they are going to be focusing their fires on the other players. 2x goes down out there, and look at this, switching up the gun. R3D Walker takes down 1 player from 2x. Major Whitey has been taken on. Moth will be one of the lone survivors out in this one, and R3D has him covered from all the directions, and Easy finishes the kill out there as 2x just goes on. Fyme Khan goes down as Bablu Zameen takes up a fight in his hands. So Zameen actually marks once again. He is coming back to this fight right now. That's just more than impressive from Team Bablu's side. So Team Bablu, they have taken down a lot of players, but still no kill confirmation has happened. They have 0 kills for themselves as of now yet. Fyme Motu, he is trying to spot the players, take them out. Arkadians is in a bit of trouble right now as Fazan will be taken out, and with that, marking that will be the end game for Arkadians, as Arkadians Ash will be surviving, just barely surviving, but 1 more player from Arkadians. As you can see, Leon is surviving out in this area right now. Can he revive Ash? I don't think so, as the kill will be taken on by Fyme Motu. Fyme Motu has 2 kills for himself. Can they just go for that domination streak out there? 2x Mod still surviving. The lone player from 2x, lone player from Arkadians still surviving. Gaming up with 2 players. Rest assured, each and every team is looking really good. But look at this. Ghost, 1 HP out there for this guy, going for low toss smokes for himself, for his cover right now. Fyme and Bablu, they have 4 players each.
Yeah, they have 4 players each, but the difference is that Fyme has 4 kills, while Bablu is still sitting at 0 right now. And they are just being careful for themselves, and that is something that is going to be important in this game if they want the chicken dinner as well. Because in the last game, they were in a good position, but I would say at least like 10% of luck was involved in the last few seconds of the game as it ended on, not the last game, on the game on Erangel. But this time around, Bablu, They are being careful. They are just playing all their cards to their strengths. 7 teams remaining, 18 players alive, and the circle is closing in slowly and steadily. And with the circle, Bablu is going to move in as well. But one of the players, Pikachu, he has been knocked down. So they are going to be sitting at a man disadvantage. But Arkadians Leon, he is going to be finished off as he was spraying on the players from the side of F2D, but they catch him on the return fire. And Fyme is going to start dropping. Predator getting the knocks on the players of Gaming Hub. The finishes need to be confirmed as well. Gaming Hub has been just left with 1 player, TeamvfxOXY with just 1 player alive, F2D with 3, R3D with 3 players, Bablu and Fyme once again with 4 people per squad. And Fyme have just increased their kill numbers, but still 6 teams in this, 16 players still alive. Fyme Predator is going to drop down the last player from the side of Gaming Hub, and Gaming Hub is going to be forced to take an exit. F2D, they are going to be in trouble as Umair is going to be knocked down by the player from TeamvfxOXY, and the finish is going to be confirmed as well. But Moth, he is in a bad situation. 2 different directions. Look at this, R3D in 1 and F2D in 1.
5 teams surviving. 14 players alive out in this one. Fyme, Bablu, R3D, F2D, and 2xOfficials. So which team is going to come up on top right now? That's going to be one of the questions out here. As Bablu, they are looking good. Like, they have the numbers advantage for themselves. So, but so does Fyme. As you can see, Fyme sneak out there. And Fyme, there's one thing that is separating Bablu and Fyme. Like, even if Bablu has a chicken dinner, they'll still might not be winning the game, as Fyme is 6 kills ahead of them already if they actually come out at the second position. We'll have to see what happens, as Fyme is looking good with the kill count, with the kill numbers for themselves. F2D still surviving, 47 Mafia, 2xMoth out there, and R3D with 3 players out in this game right now. Predator goes down. It's Bablu, Pikachu. They are trying to finish them, and Tyrant just confirms the kill out in that one. Tyrant once again going on in 5. Moto goes down out here as Tyrant is going to be taking his kills in his hands right now. And one more player just goes on. Fyme Khan as well, as F2D just charges in on them. Can they just confirm the kills out in this one? Sneak, the lone man survivor. The lone man survivor out there. Spoke too soon. That's going to be the end out there, as Fyme Khan also goes on. Sneak is going to be out there, just trying to take all the kills that they can. Can they just go for it, because the circle is also coming in slowly and steadily. Now they need to heal as well. 2xMoth goes on as F2D. They just take down 2xOfficials. Bablu Zameen throwing all the throwables, all the smokes, and all the grenades that they have. Energy drink is being drunk by them, and after that they'll be trying to move inside the circle right now. F2D just spot the players, and Fyme Sneak goes down in this one, and the spray should not be stopping, as Fyme Sneak will be taken out of the equation as Bablu Pikachu has been taken down. And now the revive is going to come in by the use of that smoke. As you can see, more and more throwables are being taken out for the usage for Bablu's side. Colossi goes down as Mavi was taking all the fights, but then from the other side, R3D, no chance given out there. This is Fyme versus Bablu all over. As you can see, Fyme Moto is the lone survivor. 1 versus 4. Can this guy clutch it, or will it be Bablu's comeback game once again? The first game was a chicken dinner for them. The second game, can they make it count? Look at this. Bablu Pikachu moving in forward. They can throw the throwables out here, but then they want to just finish it with the guns blazing out in this one. Bablu goes as well, just trying to move in. And Pikachu is so close to the players out there. Bablu Zameen as well. Motu goes away. He is in the smoke cloud, and which team killed which? We know Fyme Moto goes down out in this one with 6 kills, but Bablu actually wins this one. This time they were quite passive, but still they won it.
The last time they tried to play passive was the first 8 games of the first half of the double round robin, the first round robin basically of the semi-finals. Did not work out for them. This time, one game, they were aggressive as always. They won that one. This time on Vikendi, they tried a different strategy. Were passive the entire time. Did not engage in any fights until that last few moments. I think until the 8 teams were remaining. That's when they started getting the kills for themselves. And they ended up getting the chicken dinner. And Bablu, from that 15th position, I think now they are going to be pushing for the top 8.
If we're looking at the MVP right now, we'll be just thinking like passive gameplay. This is what it is. Like, they still won the chicken dinner, but then 2 kills from Bablu Pikachu, 385 damage strat, 29 minutes, 45 seconds of survival time, and 619 distance covered. 6-1. All right. So 2 kills. Like, this is how they started. They never thought of this strategy, but still, if they wanted a really good game, a consistency to start for the team, if anything, and I think they'll be in top 8 after this if everything goes good with their kills and with their points or something.
And the good thing is that Bablu is going to be playing tomorrow as well. So for them, this is not an opportunity lost. There are still more matches to go, but just having a good standing now is going to make sure that they go into the finals with a good momentum for themselves. And as you said, they just had like 5 kills in total. Fyme had 6 for themselves, so Fyme is still going to be second, Bublu is still going to be first. These 25 points from this game are just going to give them a boost, but let's have a look at the top 5 players from this game.
Yeah, and that's going to be 2x more. As you can see, 4 kills, 790 damage. R3D Walker, 4 kills, 599 for himself. FTD Mafia, 4 kills, 351. Next is Hunk out there on the 4th with 3 kills, 510. Fyme Predator with 3 kills and 451 damage for themselves. So 2x Moth, he was also doing really good stuff out there. And obviously, for the first time,
Yeah.
Bublu is out here winning the game, and no one is out there in the top 5. Otherwise, it's always Bublu's players sometimes. You know, sometimes all 4 players of Bublu were out there when they had 20 kill gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes all 4 players are in there and they have an amazing performance for themselves as well. But now, let's have a look at the standings for this game and see how they are and which team is going to have the most points. As Bublu is definitely going to be on the first with 25 points, Fyme on the second with 20, R3D Esports on the third, F2D Esports on the fourth, PMCO on the 5th, TeamvfxOXY on the 6th, Arkadians on the 7th, and Nexus team, just because they had 5 kills, they were aggressive, they were getting the points on the 8th position. Moving on to the next set of teams, Gaming Hub is going to be on the 9th, LOU Esports on the 10th, Team Hellraisers, that has to be an upset, Hellraisers on the 11th, 247 on the 12th, NortheSports, they are going to be on the 13th, Team Aqua, once again an early exit on the 14th, HFD on the 15th, and Rogue Nation on the 16th.
As of now, these were the top 16 teams out here. And once again, Team Aqua having a bad day as of now, and that is it's just something out there. DFUZeOfficials had a good game. If anything, obviously just coming out in the top 5 in this one. But then all that will come with the number of kills, and where is it going to take them in the if it's going to take them in the top 16. And the fact is, even if it just takes them to top 16, they'll have to have one final game in the bestest of the ways. Otherwise, because tomorrow they're not going to be playing. So let's just have a look at the overall standings, and let's see where the teams are going to be after this one. As Team Bublu is out there in the top 6, that is exactly the thing that they wanted to chase for.
Yeah,
and now
definitely.
they are in a good spot. Team Envy on the 1st, DFUZeOXY on the 2nd, Fyme on the 3rd, HFD on the 4th, NortheSports on the 5th. Team Bublu is out here, still have 5 more games for themselves. Portal Esports on the 7th, and LOU Esports will be out there on the 8th position.
Okay, so Envy is gonna end in the first position. I mean the semifinals when the days are over. But moving on to the next set of standings, Freestyle on the 9th, Arkadians on the 10th, Team TUF on the 11th, 247 Gaming on the 12th, F2D Esports on the 13th, Nexus on the 14th, H2E on the 15th, and Gaming Up. They have they have 6 more games left. Not 6, 5 more games left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. 5 more games in total. 1 for today and 4 for tomorrow. So Gaming Hub, they are going to have a comfortable time climbing up on the 16th right now.
F2D Esports has just 1 game, and tomorrow they can just go down. HR is out there. 2xOfficial, they have 89 points.
Yeah.
The team at 16 has 90 points.
Yeah.
And 17 as well. So if 2xOfficials has an incredible game with chicken dinners and all those things and the kills as well.
Yeah.
So let's see how it just takes them out there. And RNG, R3D, all those teams are out there. So let's see how it happens.
Yeah, let's see what is going to happen, and we have to see as to how this is going to go for them, because as you said, 2xOfficial, I think nothing less than a chicken dinner and at least like a 10 kill game, so a 30-point game is going to save them from that exit in the semifinals. But if they can actually have that for themselves, I think that is going to be pretty incredible. On the other side, Hellraisers, they are sitting on that 16th, 17th position for now, and they still have 5 more games as well. So even Hellraisers have the opportunity to make it in towards the finals. But is that going to happen? Because for today, we just have 1 more game left. That is going to be on Erangel, but that is going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Region Semi-Finals, day number 5, game number 4. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, who can't stop shaking his head for some reason.
No, I was just agreeing to everything this guy is saying because whatever he says, he always is right. Like whenever I pick a team, that's always on the wrong side. But when he picks a team, that team always has a chicken second or third finish or something. So I know I've eaten a lot of lemons on those bets or something.
The lemons are coming back on the finals, by the way, guys.
Yeah, so we have a weird thing out here. So I want to tell you guys about a story. In South Asia finals, we had a bet that he'll pick one team, I'll pick one team, and if my team loses, if my team is on the lower side of the table as compared to his team, I had to actually eat lemons out on that one. Trust me, those were five bad lemon things that I just had, and trust me, the finals will be out. Then we'll be having what, like 12 lemons to eat. 2 days. And
yeah, 2 days. 2 days, 2 different regions, and it's going to be an intense, action-packed days that you will have. Action-packed weekend, in fact. But on the other side, we are still in the semifinals. This is going to be the second last day. Tomorrow is going to be the last day. In fact, day number 6, where teams from Group B and C will go head-to-head. And the top 16 teams from the semifinals will be moving on to the finals. And we still are in the process of figuring out which 16 teams are going to be playing the finals.
Exactly, because still so far nothing is confirmed yet. The teams that were the lower order are still trying to make it to that area, and in that process they are trying to eliminate all other teams to the lowest of the orders, and the teams are still trying to go for it. Aqua, on the other hand, are having a bad games as well, and this is going to be their final game.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be their final game, as they are about to hit that 16 games played mark. And another team that's about to do the same, it's going to be TeamvfxOXY. So TeamvfxOXY, they need to go full on passive. They need to have the chicken dinner in this game. Otherwise, their position is going to be in a lot of trouble for the finals.
Exactly, like that will be one thing that, talking about the teams and games, we've talked about the teams, we've talked about the games and all those things, but then the final game for Erangel, this is that scenario when we talk about the things that, like, let's talk about head-to-heads as well, like for some teams and all those things, and where some teams are standing. And alright, so this is from the similar team, Ghost and Pikachu. So both from Team Bubble, and you know it because today they are having a good day. Let's just have their stats and let's just compare it. So 19 kills and 13 kills. But in those 13 kills, the damage stats for Ghost is 3,317. Obviously, the guy was Ghost out there in the first game of Erangel. And for Pikachu, it was 3,481. Healing has been... Alright, so one thing, look at this. They are almost equal in the stats of damage and healing and distance as well. Because obviously distance, the teams, the players who are traveling the equal amount of distance for the team and for all those things. Headshots, 4 and 2 from each of the directions, either of the ways out there. 19 minutes 56 seconds, 19 minutes 57 seconds average survival. So the team is playing together, but still there are some things that they need to do. Like the team started their day on the 15th position and is on 6th right now.
Yeah, they are going to be moving up and up, as they have 5 games remaining. One that is going to happen in a few minutes on Erangel, and the 4 from tomorrow as well. So Bablu is in a really good position right now, but that did not always used to be that way, because when the semifinals started out, Bablu was out of the top 16. They were barely on the verge of making it in there.
They were 19th.
Yeah, they were 19th, and that was sort of a really weird situation to see them in. But as the days have progressed, as they have changed their play style and gone back to the old ways of just killing whoever they see, we have seen this squad sort of climb back up to the mark. Another team that I think has been having an interesting standings and an interesting performance, it's going to be Hellraisers, because group stages, Hellraisers were amazing with their games. This time, sometimes they feel like it's a god tier team, but other times it's like a middle of the table performance coming in from the side of Hellraisers, which I think has to be upsetting for them. But they need to figure out what is going wrong. They need to go back to the drawing board and try and figure stuff out before the finals, because finals, once again, 16 teams going head-to-head against each other, 6 games per day for 2 days, and one team that is going to be standing on the top by the end of the last game is going to be moving on towards the World League.
Exactly. The biggest of the biggest stage is going to be out there. One team will be getting that chance. So for now, if you're at second, if you're at third, it's good for now. But in the finals, you need to be the one. That used to be the slogan, hashtag be the one. You need to be the one, actually. And we'll have to see like if you actually go out for that. But for now, we'll be seeing what goes out in this map of Erangel. The final game for some of the teams. One final gunshot is going to count out in this one, as the game will be on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is the perfect trajectory for the final game, because what happens is you can have each and every area of the map, from Novus to military base, from Pochinki to school, from Rozhok to Georgopol, from Seveni to Zarki. All those big names, all those good areas are going to be out there. And HR, Hellraisers are marking their exit right now, going to the right end direction, and then the other team, Gaming Up, is going to the left end direction. VFXOXY has also dropped in really early right now. Let's see where the team goes, because VFXOXY, they have their Stalbert draw, but right now they are not going to that area, obviously. They are going to a secondary drop location right now.
Yeah, they are going to the secondary drop location, but look at this. VFX and Gaming Hub, they are going to be contesting each other on the military base. On the other side, Hellraisers have decided to go towards the Novo Islands, Novo containers for themselves. A team that lands on the Georgopol containers. I mean, the containers are all going to be there as well, but it's a different location. On the other side, I think Bablu, once again, will be looking to land towards the northern Georgopol city. 247 Gaming, instead of going towards the northern side, northeastern side of the map, that is Lipovka or Yasna Polyana, that is where they usually land. That is where they were landing a couple of days ago. Until today, until this game, they are going towards the Ferry Pier situation. Fyme, like always, have taken control of Milta, and LOU have gone for the farm areas for themselves. Bablu, they have gone for the northern landing, and Tyrant, I think this time he is going to look to control the Georgopol containers for himself. FTFxEsports, look at this. They are heading towards Zarki.
Yeah, as of now, like, they are going to that area. And look at the circle. If you just see the circle, like, Primorsk is going to be out there. Query, Ferry Pier. Ferry Pier will be taken by Aqua, if I think 247 is right in front of them. So, what if Aqua becomes the first team to be eliminated in this one as well? As you can see out there, fights happening. And Arkadians, Ash has taken a lot of damage. As FTFxEsports is on a 1 pixel. Destined to finish the players out there, and yes, he does it just with 2 more shots, and there will be the first kill confirmation coming in from FTFxEsports, and he will be running away. He should be popping up a first hit at least before running away, because if he just moves out from the moving buggy, he'll be taken down out in that one. And Gaming Hubs emerge. They are just moving in these sea building areas where they're just trying to spot the players if they can, because there is a team that's VFXOXY right at the back end for this team right now, and that can create a lot of trouble. So Merge has two guns, and both are going to be the burst guns for him. So no proper auto AR for this guy, like has M16 and Mutant MK47. Let's see if he can, just maximize his utilization out with that one. But then on the other hand, Gaming Up, so all of the players were moving in. Aqua right now. This was the thing that I was talking about. What if Aqua becomes the first team to be eliminated in this one as well? Because there are players on the other side, like 247 is fairly close to them, and they are trying to spot the players and spray on them. 247 more, they spot the players. Aqua Fandy just moving in, low on his health, and goes down. Faddy will be coming out there for the back end cover right now, if not anything. And I just think with a pistol, they want to end them with the pistol. I thought they were just using pistol right now. Aqua has been taken down by 247 Nazir, and one more player just goes out. They're not even taking up a fight right now.
Yeah, they're not even taking up a fight. The kills are just being given away to the side of 247 Gaming. And it has happened, I think, in 3 games in a row ever since Sanhok, that 247 are always the team that are killing off Aqua. And Aqua, once again, a really bad situation, as Hamza is going to be the last player, last man standing for the squad, does not have a helmet, has a level 1 armor, level 1 backpack, and even he is running towards the squad of 247. What is going on with the squad? The kills have been given away, and 247 already starting the game in quite a comfortable situation for themselves. But PMCO Moth, he was on the main road right there, and some damage was actually given to Najib. So the fight did happen, but not on the guy that was charging on. It was on the guy on the backlines, and PMCO, they can actually collapse in on both these teams, as Virus is going to be spotted out in that UAS. But he's going to be able to drive away, as Moth's spray with that AK is not going to connect.
Yeah, as of now, the shots, they're not going to be connecting right now. And you can see Aqua Hamza, like he is a lone survivor, but he should not be at this position right now. He's the only person that is trying to take any sort of fight, but will be taken off. And Aqua, once again, with this elimination, it's official that they might not, they are not making it into the top 16. And the finals dream just shatters out with that great formation out there. 2x now moving in from the side of Ferripe, obviously just trying to go to the Primorsk area of the query. If they go for a right and turn or something out there, we'll have to see if they just go to which direction will be out there for them. LOU's 2 players, Phobia and Ghost, just out in this location. As you can see, the first circle is coming in, closing in 5 minutes mark into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Fyme is also trying to go into the other area, trying to go to the rotations for the other areas and just trying to sit on in this area. Like you can see, they can just sit in out this area for a while, but the fact is they have to move in 750 meters into the zone, and the zone is going to be an important one in this one, because the zone was having poaching key areas and all those. So Milta, where Fyme is, it's going to be a difficult, not that much of a difficult rotation, because they'll be having LOU in the footsteps right now, but LOU, they're also moving to the other direction. So I think Fyme can rotate easily into the circle if given enough time for themselves.
Yeah, Fyme can rotate in quite easily, but look at this. So on the other side, Arkadians once again have taken control of the Pochinki area, like always, uncontested, and they are going to be pretty happy about that. But TeamvfxOXY, they have rotated towards the side of Primorsk, but most of the teams that are on the northern part of the island, they are going to have an easy rotation. Fyme is just going to walk a few meters, not walk, probably drive, because you need the vehicles for cover as well out in the open location, especially if you're going through the farm situation. But they will be quite close to the circle. And the military bridge, Ocean, look at this. TeamvfxOXY, they have 2-2 split themselves up. 2 players on the other side of the military base, 2 players on the military island. Gaming Hub is going to cross the bridge as well, and 247 Gaming, they are already in quite close to the bridge as well. So that is going to be an interesting situation, because as soon as you cross the bridge, you need to start getting away instantly, or you need to wipe out the teams before you go in. Otherwise, the camp is going to come in and you are going to be taken down.
Exactly, like you'll be taken down in an instance, obviously. That's going to be like one of the things out there. ROG moving in, as you can see, Titanium on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, with alongside going in fairly close to his own players. Obviously, the cover fires and all will be crucial out if you don't have anyone in your vehicle. The ones that are moving fairly right in front of you, they can just give you easy cover fires if it just goes for the scenarios out there. And talking about cover fires and all, Bablu is in the equation, as F2D's 47 has been taken down by Bablu's players. So the fights are happening, and this fight will be happening on the northern side of Georgopol for some reason, because you know Bablu likes to go there, and the circle, the plane path was in that area, exactly like this area. The plane path was from this area, so Bablu, they just went in their own comfort zone, in their own rotation, and they are going to be confirming the first of the kills as Bablu goes to this Mini 14, does the job out here.
Yeah, the Mini 14 is going to do the job for them, as this team is starting out strong with just 1 kill being conferred for them. But on the other side, can they get more? Are they going to look to get the chicken dinner for themselves as well in this game? 3 chicken dinners in one day. I think Bablu is going to be happy about that.
Yeah. So the thing is, let's see how it affects their gameplay, because now they have 1 kill. They have started their journey. If you want to keep it like that, if you want to say it like that, they've started their journey of the fights and all those things. And where will it end? Will it end with them having a chicken dinner? That's going to be one of the things out there. Obviously,
Yeah.
247 Moth on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. 247 Punjabi, 247 Umi, and 247 Najiri as well for the 247 Gaming out there, taking that area of the Ferry Pier location. And ROG are going to be taking this area that is at the back end of Query right now. And these areas have good amount of house from them, but then look at this. ROG's players, some of them don't even have a helmet for now, so the going into the fights in first 10 minutes it's not going to be a really good decision from themselves. HR, they are going and keeping their vehicles for the bridge covers or something, as they would like to have that area of the bridge for themselves if they want to go for it. But then will the bridge be favoring them or something, because no one's going to be coming in from the Novo bridge, if I'm not wrong, if I'm right, because Novo was not inside the circle area, and Phobia is an enemy's ahead. I got supplies for the M4 out there, and if anyone wants that, they can just have a proper utilization of that M4. Now switching guns of AKM from AKM, obviously just trying to take all the bullets for themselves. The first airdrop out in this game, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be having an AWM, Adrenaline Syringe, level 3 stuff out for themselves out in this area of forest alongside the ferry pier.
Yeah, the AWM with the Adrenaline Surge. You can dish out the damage and you can heal the damage on yourself as well. Plus, the armor and the helmet is going to protect you from taking any useless damage on you. But on the other side, HFD's Buran, he is on a bike, which is going to be a vulnerable situation for him to be in. And look at this, he is all isolated as well. So running out in the open like a wild man, he has to be careful. In fact, we still have 15 teams in here, and Gaming Hub going for the water rotation. I think on a boat, yes, it might work. The other day we saw players swim.
Yeah, like, don't swim out in this one, but it might not work. As you can see, 247 is ready out there to take the fight. And Gaming Hub also needs to stay in the top 16, obviously. Yeah. That's going to be one of the things that can they or can they not, which are the teams that will be having their 16 games completed and will be out there. But look at this, Fyme and LOU. Big fights just might happen out in this one, as Fyme is so close to LOU eSports right now. Grenade being cooked up by the side of Predator. The grenade, it might not do much of a damage, but obviously it can deafen the players out there. Picks up one more grenade, just throws one grenade and picks the another one. That's how they want to roll right now. Fyme Moto just sitting out there. Fyme, LOU Razor as well, just sitting out there on those areas. 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see if the fight just produce something out there, as LOU's Abood was on the other side. And now 247 Umi. They know that Gaming Hub's squad just arrived there. They don't know the names, obviously, but then they know that the players are out there. Khan out here, as you can see, is going with the grenades for themselves, as they are trying to maximize the damage, even if not trying to knock the players out there. 247 Umi, the person, I think if the fight just happens out here, 247 Umi can be that card that just changes everything, because no one knows the location of 247 Umi. They know the location of Najib, they know the location of Moth and Punjabi as well, as the players have the focus fire on these players. But Umi is out of the equation right now. On the left of on the most left-hand side is where that player is, and Fyme on the other hand. So there are two important fights happening on two important areas for the players to stay in the top 16. And Umi goes down out here. Umi got spotted on the other side, actually, probably because of the smoke that they just that Umi just made out here before rushing in and rotating in. And so now the major thing will be, will they be able to revive 247's players, or what is going to happen, as Gaming Hub is looking fair good for the fight right now.
Yeah, they are looking pretty good for the fights, but can they turn them in their favor? Because as you were saying, water rotations are going to be risky, and since 247 was already there waiting for them, they could have been in trouble. They are going to be in trouble, as Emerge is going to be dropped down out in the open, and the recovery for the player, the revive for the lad is going to be quite difficult. But Punjabi out in the open, he is looking to aggress on this squad of Gaming Hub. Now, he is waiting for his teammates, so this is going to be a smart decision from their side, engaging as a team, not as individuals, because as we have seen, giving 1v1s, giving separate 1v1s to players is a little bit risky. And the second airdrop is going to come in, an Ocean. This one has an AWM as well, and the suppressor for the assault rifle. Yeah,
that too. And 2 airdrops, 2 AWMs. Let's see how that just, happens out in this one. And I mean, we can see a lot of bolt actions going in head-to-head if that just comes in, and if the players will be prioritizing those AWMs right now. But then obviously the snipers need to be on their toes. LOU Razor takes on Fyme Predator. Fyme Sneak is moving in, spots one player. Razor is low on HP. Razor will be taken down out in this one. Sneak has lost 0 bullets, but look at 0 health. But look at this, the players are moving in and out. Fyme Sneak can take one more down, and he does. Fyme Sneak has done a 1v2. Will he be able to do a 1v4, as Abood is out on the other side? Abood is ready for the fight. Phobia will be taken down out in this one, and Sneak, he should be looking good for the fights out there. One more player wants to move in. What's going to happen, as Abood will be out there? If Abood goes down, that will be the proper end out there. On the other hand, you can see 247 more taking down 3 players. Merge will be one of the lone survivors out there, just surviving with KMD as well. Fyme Moto still sitting out in this one, and LOU's Abood just running away from the fights as soon as he can, because it just means a lot from them. And Gaming Up losing all their players. Umi is on a kill spree, and after this, KMD also goes down. That means Emerge will be the last player out here. Drops down on the area with that holographic, manages to connect some shots, but still the player will move away to safety. And after this, I think it's going to be a fist fight. No, it's going to be the AAK fight that just goes for the headshot. Yeah, the headshots are going to come in, but 247, they come out on top from this one. But
can they get far enough to get the chicken dinner? 6 kills have already been confirmed for this entire squad. How far can they go? They're right on the edge of the circle as well, so that is going to be a comfortable position for them to be in. And as we are hitting the 14-minute mark. The third zone is going to be coming in. The third blue zone is going to be coming in. 15 teams still in this one. 51 players still alive. And so a lot of squads being here, and the circle also rotating out in these open lands on towards the northern side of the ferry pier, towards the eastern side of Gatka and western side of Pochinki, to be precise. So this is a triangle of these 3 big names. And as I was saying, open areas need a lot of smokes for cover. Need to bring those vehicles in with you as well.
Exactly, that's going to be one of the things out there, and you can see Nexus players just out there trying to dish all the damage that they can. Damage will be a catastrophic one. It will be the needed one, if anything, out here. And it's our Snaker just trying to pop all the doors, all the windows that he can out here to maximize his usage, obviously, his utilizations, obviously. Can they just go for it? That's going to be one of the things. So HR versus Nexus. We have seen what Nexus is capable of doing. We've seen them in all the fights that they have taken as of now, but can they take this one fight? It's going to be an interesting one and an important one, as well as Nexus will just be sitting out there if the fights are not going to be happening, and they'll be comfortable in their area. Nexus Sanhok was taken down, but the revive will come in. This was the moment when HR should have actually rushed in, charged in, but if they lose this moment, they can lose all of the fight right now. Staha is reviving the players from Nexus out in this one, and we'll have to see what happens after this, as the first aid will be coming in, the first aid will be popped up, and after this, Taha, as you can see, he is trying to locate the players, if we can, through this area. It's a really good area. Like, you can shoot the players, but there's a less probability that you will be shot at from all these wooden blocks or something. And the circle is closing in slowly and steadily. The center of the circle is being taken by VFxOXY. Fyme is out there, but all of the teams actually have to move and have to make their movement, if they can, as soon as the circle is going to be kicking in slowly and steadily. But so far, we haven't seen much more of the fights, but I think we can, as Bablu is on the screens, ladies and gentlemen. Bablu is fairly close to VFxOXY, and there's a team once again. There are third parties happening on Team Bablu. Can they just take these third parties? That's going to be one of the questions, as the players are going into the other direction. That was one of the final players. Gaming Up gets eliminated out in this one. So Gaming Up getting eliminated, that can mean a really bad news out there. LOU eSports as well, they mark their exit right now, and Bablu fairly close to VFxOXY. What's going to happen, as you can see, Teen Wolf just sitting out there, taking that TPP, waiting to attack at the rightest moment if he gets that moment, as Ghost is right in front of him, still being separated by a wall, if anything. And the airdrop number 3 has M249 F2D Mafia. If he actually takes this, if he takes a hold of this airdrop, you know, he can cause a lot of damage out on his opponents.
Yeah, it is going to be a lot of damage, but Moth is going to be knocked down from the side of 247, and the AWM is going to be coming in handy in this one. But as you said, the third parties on Bablu were happening at that instant, but they still have managed to stay alive, all the players. But now, Bablu, Pikachu with that one nade is going to knock down the players from the side of VFxOXY, and Zameen from the other side is fighting. Has spotted out the players from the side of Arkadians, and HFD's player is going to be spotted out as well. Zameen is splitting his attention. You do not want to do that. Focus fire, buddy, focus fire. But Ghost from the other side is going to be like, alright, if you want to take this lad out, I'll just drop him down. But the kill is going to be stolen by the side of Arkadians, as they work close to the player from the side of F2D. From the player of the side of HFD, I'm sorry. F2D were in a fight of themselves as well.
Exactly out there. But then we'll have to see what happens. ROG's JD still trying to spot the player. So many players have been taken down. Fyme Prelude goes down as well. 247 Punjabi is on domination right now. And ROG's dog takes down 247 Moth out there. Fyme Moto seals the kill out there as well. Titanium taking the fight against 247 Punjabi, as 247 is alive. 2 players, Umi as well out there. The dog was taken out with the DP spray coming in, but Bablu and VFxOXY still sitting in these areas. 247 Umi will be on a domination, on a rampage exactly, with those 5 kills. If anything, they can just go for more and more and more, because for 247, I think it's their good day today.
Yeah, it is going to be their good day today, as they are still somehow managing to survive. But Umi, the kill is going to be finished. So sitting at a man disadvantage is going to be a lot of trouble for the lads. But Punjabi is still in this 1 versus 3 situation. Can the man make it happen? I think disengaging and running away is going to be the safer option over here. But as the blue zone closes in, where is the next circle going to be? Where's going to be that next point out in the open where the teams are going to rush in and try and fight each other out? Bablu, still only 1 kill for them. Zameen has sort of forced the players of Arkadians into that one small shed, and if they go for a slight peek, their heads are going to be popped out. But as this man with that M4 is just brutal. Look at this, single shots on R3D Walker in the long of distance. He is hiding behind the car, just trying to be safe, and Zameen still managed to drop him down to 50% health. But he is looking for the finish. He wants to get those kills for his team, wants those points for his team as well. But once again, splitting attention is gonna get you in trouble. If you're focusing on one team, you need to stay focused on them, but be aware of your surroundings at the same time. So taking fights in 2 different directions is going to be risky, but that is what Bablu's speciality is. As you saw, all the 4 players, they are positioned in a way wherein they can fight 4 different teams. VFXOXY is going to be in so much trouble as Team Wolf is quite close to the players, and Tyrant is looking to take him out.
They are looking to take all the fights that they can, and Tyrant, obviously being the IGL, will be ready for all the fights that will be thrown at him. HFD Murtaza goes down as NES Sensei was trying to take the pressure on the players out there. And look at this Ghost with that mini 14 still managing to connect some of the shots on the players, or either it was from the other side as ROG needs to charge into the other area. After the eSports mark their exit right now, 12 teams remaining, and the circle is fairly small. And this is an open area circle, if not the compound circle right now. It's a so is still trying to take the players down. Playzone takes down R3D's Walker. Nexus Wolf goes down, and Playzone eats up HFD Murtaza as well. R3D and the base goes down by 2x. So 2x is also in the fights right now. In the fighting scenario, Public goes to moves in, takes down Nexus Taha, and that is going to be 1 player taken down, and the kill confirmation just might come in really soon. But look at this. The player is fairly close to them. Now they spot the players. Now they know that there are players out there. Bablu Zameen is going to be taking the TBP. He's going to be pressurizing the players out there, and with just 2 or 3 more shots, they are going to be taking Nexus out of the equation. Nexus still surviving with a low amount of players right now, and Bablu's players, they need a revive as soon as it can happen. DFUZeOXY also in this equation right now. They're still trying to take the fights for themselves if the fights are going to be happening. If the fights just come into the equation in all those scenarios, but so far it's like not as much of a scenario of the fights if the fights are going to be happening. But so far we'll see what happens. As VFXOXY, they are trying to go for the fights once again. If the fights just happen for themselves, 2xY on low HP, still managing to survive right now. If he goes down, that's going to be the end of 2x. HFD Cronus goes down out there. R3D Walker has been taken out. R3D Esports mark their exit as Bablu is actually back in all the fights that they can. 2xY takes on Arkadians fast, and Arkadians not looking in a good spot out here. Bablu, look at them shooting through this area on the safest of the spots. This is one of the best things that Bablu is doing right now. And the grenade on Fyme Sneak. He was throwing grenade on 1 player, but the grenade actually comes on him as well. 2xY goes down. That's going to be a player exiting the lobby right now. 2x with just 1 player surviving out of 1 player got eliminated right now. Nexus and Arkadians as well. 1 versus 1 for themselves. And Fyme, Bablu, VFXOXY with all the 4 players surviving. No doubt HI and NortheSports also have all the players, but then some of them need a revive right now.
Yeah, most of them are going to be needing revives right now, but VFXOXY, they need to be careful because running out in the open when Bablu is so close to you is going to be so risky. And look at this. They are so lucky. The circle is on top of them as well, and Pikachu is going to be happy about it because Bablu now are starting to rack up a lot of kills for themselves. Ghost out in the open from the top of this container. Tries to land a blind spray inside the smoke, but we have to see if how are they going to make this happen, because smokes are going to block out your vision, and the noises from the guns are going to give away the information to your location. Pikachu has been spotted out. He needs to run away, but somehow he does get a knock on one of the players from the side of Hellraisers, and Adnan in a bad situation. I think the finish is going to come in as well, but Pikachu, Snake, another knock coming in, but can he get the finish this time around? The kill without being stolen. Tyrant confirmed the kill for Adnan. Zameen is going to make sure that Hellraisers take an exit from the game as the entire team together.
Look at this. One player from Bubble is on the domination.
Yeah.
The other one is on the grenades. They are going all in with everything right now. And Team Bubble, I think this won't be a wrong statement to say that they are actually back in all the fights right now. We'll have to see what happens. Fyme is out there with all the players surviving. TeamvfxOXY with all the players surviving. Bubble with 3 players out for themselves, but they have 8 kills for themselves. Okay, will this be the comeback game that we have seen them and known them for? VFX played Oxy. Now Team VFX, they have all the 4 players, but then they are being taken down in just one house. Arkadians mark their exit as Fyme Predator takes up the fight with them. Bubble is in one compound. One good grenade can just take this team out. Team H also gets eliminated on the 7th. Now, PMCO is surviving with just 1 player. Other than that, each and every team has 3 or 4 players for their bank right now. Bubble, Rogue Nation, NortheSports with all the players. But then NortheSports Amma has been taken down by Fyme more too. So Fyme as well with all the 4 players surviving and 7 kills for them. Fyme Predator goes down with a grenade out there. Now he needs a revive from Reaper Oxy. I think this guy can be the reason of the demise of Fyme squad out here. If he goes for 1 more grenade, that can just take everything out. But Fyme Sneak is moving in forward. Reaper Oxy, this can be a bad push from this guy. Has an AKM, is moving in. Knows where the players are, takes down one easily out in that one. Bubble Predator is out there. Rage Oxy takes on Fyme Khan as well. So Fyme is in a bad spot. Fyme Moto has been finished out there. Team Fyme gets eliminated on the 6th. This was not supposed to happen, but this just happened out here.
Yeah, this just happened, and we will definitely see what the results of that happening is going to be, as VFxOXY sitting on 5 kills right now. Can they push themselves for the chicken dinner? 5 teams remaining, 13 players still alive, and there is the winner for chicken dinner forecast. VFxOXY are leading this one, 30% probability of them winning. Rogue Nation is in this fight as well with 23, Bubble with 23, and TeamvfxOXY. They just have 1 guy in this game, so 7% chances of them winning. But who is going to get the kill on that 1 guy? 1 extra kill could actually change the standings, could actually change where you finish in the overall standings as well. And Bubble Tyrant trying to land the spray on the player from the side of NortheSports, but it's in the wrong direction now, buddy. Maxi, he is just trying to hit the car and is just trying to blow it up. Zameen had taken a lot of damage as well. Bubble, they have lost 1 player as only 1 guy was taken down. But Tyrant, Zameen, and Pikachu, can they get the chicken dinner? Rogue Nation is right next to them on the sides of the containers. Bubble has been cornered in that one warehouse of theirs. In the meanwhile, TeamvfxOXY, they are going to take an exit as VFxOXY's players, they spot him out. Sajid, he's going to be finished off, and we are down to 12 players remaining. 4 teams in this game, and the probability as the teams go down, the probability of VFxOXY winning this game just keeps going up, as NortheSports, their players are going to be taken down in an instant to just 1 guy left standing. And Snow, if he dies, as I say that, not if, when he dies, we are going to be down to 11 teams, 3 players alive, Bubble with 3, VFX with all 4.
Exactly, VFX with all 4. And did you just say 11 teams and 3?
No, I said 3 teams, 10 people alive.
You just check it out once again. Well, on the other
if I
hand,
did, my bad. I apologize.
You bad. Well,
yeah, I bad people tap. In game.
What? Wait.
You say that when someone is using a mini routine. It's like tap shots.
We'll talk about that later. But then coming back to this fight, ladies and gentlemen, 10 players alive, 3 teams remaining. VFX played Oxy with all the 4 players out there, but then all the other teams are out there with 3 players for themselves. What's gonna happen out there as ROG is out here surviving, and Bubble is kind of in the sandwich spot, and they should not be in this spot. No, the circle is on him. But in just a matter of seconds, the circle is gonna be shifting from themselves. Will it be out in the open? We'll have to see. Where will the 8th circle be? 8th circle is actually on Bubble right now. That is a sight of relief for them. But ROG will also be out there in the circle's vicinity. What's going to happen? 5 more meters for Bubble Pikachu to be in the circle. They'll have to take fights from 2 different directions. Can they or can they not? Because on one side, it's going to be Rogue Nation. On the other side, it's going to be VFxOXY. And the first game, it was the similar scenario as Bubble and VFxOXY were out there, and Bubble stole the chicken dinner from themselves. Bubble actually dominated and took their chicken dinner. Will they be ready for the backstab out in this one? That's only one of the questions if that happens. And look at this. Smoke clouds being popped up out here, and the smoke is going to be helping players to move in. VFxOXY is just moving in through the smoke right now to that ridge area. The ridge advantage coming in, and they have moved into the safest of the spots right now. The game just changed its pace in no time right now, ladies and gentlemen. And now this is going to be really, really good. But from the left-hand side, as ROG's Nightmare is ready for all sorts of fights that are going to be happening out in this one. We'll have to see what happens. ROG JD as well, just sitting out there. Just sitting out here and just sitting, trying to take all the shots. PMCO trying to take down the players out there. PUBG has had taken some of the damage, but then that is not going to be the damage is not going to be a lot. But now the Molotov was coming in. Molotov was kicking in, and ROG Nightmare goes down. Playzone takes on one play from VFX. That is going to be a bad scenario. The kill just might be taken away, and Pablo still inside the circle. Playzone just actually eats VFXOXY, Oxy Steel Wolf, and ROG's JD is low on health. One car blast takes down one play. Titanium on low HP. Titanium has nowhere to go. 6 bandages and is inside the circle. Cannot even heal battle right now because he has no area to move. 1 pixel of him is inside the circle, and through that is his hopes of staying alive. 9th circle coming in, ladies and gentlemen. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the final circle kicks in. Which team is gonna win? As VFXOXY, Bablu, and ROG Titanium will be out there. Playzone eats up 1 play, so it's a 3 versus 3 for the final fight out in this one. What's gonna happen? Bablu Pikachu goes down. Bablu, Zameen, and Tyrant. The IGL has to move in. The IGL goes on as well. Zameen, the player that has had the maximum of the experience out in this game, is surviving outside the area. Will he take the fight? I don't think so. He's going to be given the kill by the play zone out here. But still, out in this one, Team Bablu on the second, and VFXOXY actually snatches it away.
They snatched it away, and Reaper from the side of VFXOXY, the man was literally the Grim Reaper in this game as well. He had 8 kills on him. But Bablu, once again, an amazing performance and a consistent standing for the day today. And this wasn't even their last day. Their last day is going to be tomorrow.
Exactly. The last day will be tomorrow. They'll be looking for more and more fights tomorrow. But for now, I mean, they started the day on the 15th, obviously. Now they'll be in top 5. That's consistency that they just showed in 3 games. 3 out of 4 games, that was really good. 1 game, they had 10th finish. That was one thing. But then, you know it, I know it, who's going to be the MVP for this one. It's going to be Reaper, if we're not wrong. And he has 8 kills, 951 damage, 28 minutes and 12 seconds of survival time. And obviously 8.8 kilometers of distance out. So the guy was actually, doing a lot of damage, and the damage stats were just showing up in his team's winning as well.
Yeah, the damage stats did show, the kills did show as well, as VFXOXY got the chicken dinner for themselves in this one. But once again, how much is that going to push them? How far are they going to be in the standings? But before we look at the standings, let's have a look at the top 5 players as well, apart from the MVP, because even those players were doing a lot for their teams, and they were sort of the reasons that their team had good standings.
I want to see the difference on the first and second, because exactly. See, 8 kills and 5 kills, and 247 also got eliminated early. Still, they had 5 kills, and this guy was on the rampage. Obviously, Umi was on the rampage out there. Fyme on the 3rd, Pablo Pikachu on the 4th, and 247's Punjabi was out there on the 5th in the top 5 players, top 5 kill leaders, the players that grabbed the most kills out there. And that was amazing and impressive to see.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was impressive as well. And on the other side, Fyme also had an amazing performance in this one. Bablu and VFX, they were in those 2 compounds right next to each other for so long. And those 2 teams actually wreaked havoc on everyone else that was trying to close in, because once again, RNG being involved in the game, the circle sort of formed on their compounds, and that sort of made things a little bit easier for them. But still, if you are taking fight, you're putting yourself in the risk. But with that, let's have a look at the standings for this game and see how many points did they actually get for themselves, as we are pretty sure VFXOXY is going to be first, 31 points, 11 kills yet again. Bablu on the second, 22 points for them. Rogue Nation on the third, 17 points. Fyme on the fourth, 247 Gaming. They make it to the 5th position just because they had 10 kills. So NortheSports on the 6th, DFUZeOfficials on the 7th, and Arkadians are going to be 8th. Moving on to the next set of teams, let's have a look over there, as Hellraisers are going to be on the 9th, Team HFD on the 10th, Nexus on the 11th, R3D on the 12th, FTFxEsports on the 13th, LOU Esports on the 14th, Gaming Hub on the 15th, and Team Aqua. This team, Team Aqua, this is going to be the last game. It's going to be an exit for them from the semi-finals now.
Yeah, as of now, this will be an exit that they never wanted, but they actually got unknowingly. So that was like one scenario that should not have happened with the team out here. But we'll have to see like how this changes everything. And after this, obviously, we'll be looking in forward for the overall standings.
Yeah.
And that overall number, it's going to be like a changing factor or something, because for some teams,
some changes are going to happen in the overall standings, but I think one thing that's going to be certain, it's going to be that Envy is going to be sitting on the first position. Or that might change as well. But yeah, I think that's not going to happen. Fyme is definitely, a team is definitely going to dethrone Envy. We just have to see which one it's going to be. It's going to be DFUZeOXY. So 225 points, the first team to hit the 200-point mark and straight up jump in front of Envy. Envy wasn't playing today. They still have 4 more games to go, so they are coming back tomorrow, I think, for their throne. But Envy moved to the second. Fyme on the third. HFD on the fourth. NortheSports on the fifth. Bablu is going to be on the sixth for now. They are going to play tomorrow. Portal eSports playing tomorrow 7th. LOU eSports 8th playing tomorrow. Moving to the next set of teams, let us look which teams have completed the games which are going to be playing. Arkadians games finished on the 9th. Freestyle playing tomorrow, 10th position, 2 for 7. They have games left, 11th for now. TUF, they have games left, 12th position for now. F2D eSports, they are done with their game, so they are going to be in a risky position as the difference between them and the teams below them, it's not that big. So F2D eSports, they are going to be in a lot of trouble. 13th position, games over. Nexus eSports, they have games left, 14th position for now. TeamvfxOFficials, they have games left. Their games are over, but they are sitting on the 15th position and they are going to be at a really high risk as well. Hellraisers, they have games left. They are sitting on the 15th position, and there used to be a time when Hellraisers was up above Bablu in the overall standing, so they need to get back into the form that we know that this team is capable of. Moving towards the last, the danger zone, H2E, games remaining, coming tomorrow, 17th position. Gaming Hub, we have games remaining, 18th for now. Rogue Nation, they have games remaining, 19th for now. The difference between Gaming Hub and the team sitting on the 16th position, not that big, so qualification is still going to be an option. But for Rogue Nation as well, they need a couple of good names. RNG is going to be in trouble. They need chicken dinners coming in tomorrow, otherwise they are going to be in a lot of trouble and not going to be able to qualify. R3D eSports, they don't have an opportunity. The difference from there on out, it's going to be pretty massive. But unless you actually manage to get chicken dinners, that is not going to matter. Team Aqua, as we were saying, done with 16 games, 58 points, 23rd position. So they are the first team that we can say it's confirmed that they are going to be not making it in the finals.
Exactly. They tried to give all in. They tried to give it all for the game, and they were all in the final game. It was like nothing to lose scenario, and still they were eliminated on the 16th position in that one as well. So that was quite heartbreaking for the team and for the fans that might have been supporting the team and also. That was one thing, but still, the other teams, they'll still be having a chance to actually, move in forward and move in further. Let's just have a look at the kill leaders as well, the overall kill leaders that where they are going to be standing out there. And Psych with 31, killed 5,046 damage for himself, and Fyme Moto on the second. With 30, and Deadshot as well for the with 30. So we'll have to see which player actually just climbs up in the kill leaders department, because 31 and 30, it's not a lot of difference as well for now. We've played Oxy on the 4th, we've Reaper Oxy on the 5th with 26 and 25 for themselves. Moving on, Bablu Pikachu. Will it be Bablu's game tomorrow? You never know. It might just be out there as 22 kills for themselves. HFD Batsab on the 7th, FS Baba on the 18th, Wolf Oxy on the 9th, and NES Sensei ending the day on the 10th with the 20 kills for his bag overall.
Yeah, an amazing performance coming in from a lot of amazing players, but I think Psych is going to be in trouble as Motu is going to be contesting his first position spot, but he's going to be playing tomorrow, so he can actually keep his standing. But for that, he's going to have to get a lot of kills for himself as well. But as we say, teams from Group A, they are going to be done with their games, and tomorrow it's going to be B and C who are going to be playing together. But let's also have a look at the damage dealers as well and see which players are going to be in there. Okay, so for the first time, the switch is not going to happen as Psych and Deadshot are just going to be moved to the 4th and 5th position.
Do you know what just happened?
Yeah, they're still in the same slots, but just check.
It's in the descending order of the kill leaders. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 right now.
I missed that one. But yeah, that is the descending order. So Blade is going to be first over here. Amer is going to be second. Moto is going to be third. Deadshot is going to be 4th, and Psych is going to be 5th. Okay, one thing is not in the order. Moto and Deadshot, they need to be swapped. That's out there,
but then overall, like it's just swapping places.
Sort of, almost. You guys almost got it right.
You guys almost did it, but then still, here's the C. 5 to 7, 5 to 5, 6. It's almost. We can say like around that area. So close yet so far, like something like that. But obviously, they'll be trying to contest it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they are going to be coming in tomorrow, and Envy is going to be playing there as well. But we are going to be signing off for today. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. That is Ocean Sharma. Our socials are on your screens. You can follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, and we can cheer for our favorite teams together. But for now, good night, take care, bye-bye. We'll see you tomorrow.